Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first ever live watch along for Balloonhead Productions, my fellow YouTube channel. I'm your master of ceremonies this evening. My name is Marcelo Nestroza, and this evening I'll be watching Star Wars The Force Awakens, but I will be watching Star Wars The Force Awakens by myself. I shall have my motley crew of friends along with me. So, the first person I would like to introduce is one of the finest people that I have met on Star Trek Twitter because she is just so bubbly, so awesome, and so kind. And a big part of her, uh, you know, sorry, I'm a little flustered right now because it's my first live stream. So, one of the main things that I'll always be thankful to her for is that she introduced me to an awesome 90s TV show called The Nanny. So, with that being said, I would like to introduce the belle of the ball. I would like to welcome Rachel to the stream.
Hi. Although now I feel like I should be wearing a Beauty and the Beast shirt.
Yeah, well, I didn't actually realize that I made a Beauty and the Beast comparison. I have no idea. So, next up to the stream, this gentleman, I met him a few years ago. No, I met him 1 year ago exactly, because I got brave enough to ask him onto my podcast, and that led to me becoming a member of his motley crew. He has been referred to by me and a lot of people to be the captain of our ship, and I would definitely stand on a desk for for this uh for this individual because he is a really good friend of mine. And with all that shit being said now out of the way, I would like to welcome Starfleet Boy to the stream.
Hello there, Marcelo. Oh my gosh, thank you for the kind words. I do not deserve any of it. And I'm not a captain. We're all captains. We're all of us are captains here. It's one big happy fleet. But thank you. I appreciate you so much.
So thank the two of you for being here, and thank you very much. And we have one more person to add on to this evening's motley crew. And last but not least, this person is really special to me because she made a lifelong dream of mine come true by putting me into Starfleet in animated form, and I will always be forever grateful to her for doing so. She is my favorite digital artist ever, hands down, and she is simply amazing. I would like to welcome Marcy to the stream. Oh my god. Welcome Marcy. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, guys. So before we jump off the cliff and watch this amazing movie, I would just like to go around the stream and ask you, um, what was your first point of contact with Star Wars? I almost said Star Trek, but what was your first point of contact with Star Wars? Rachel, why don't you go first?
I honestly have no idea. I grew up with it in that I remember watching it as like a very young child and just like loving Leia a lot. But it was like one of the things where my dad was really into it, and so I probably saw it like as a baby, and like my brothers were watching it, and I was like, "Ooh, cool things are happening on the screen." And then, because yeah, I remember the first time I remember watching it, I was 3 or 4, and I imagine that. But I also remember like knowing I was watching Star Wars, I was just thinking I'm watching something new.
Mhm. No, that that sounds so interesting. I mean, for me, I remember having the special editions from '97 on VHS, and I always used to watch The Empire Strikes Back first. So I always used to watch the films out of order. So I always used to get I always used to get confused over the relationship between Dark Vader, Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, and Princess Leia, because to me the movie started with them already being friends, and I was like, is there something missing here? Shouldn't you guys like be introduced to one another. So years later, I figured out that I was watching the films out of order, and when I finally watched them in the correct order, everything made sense. It was like something in my brain clicked.
Hmm.
So, Starfleet Boy, what was your first point of contact with Star Wars?
Well, I was born in 1978, so I
Ooh,
think similar to what Rachel was saying, like I don't really remember the first contact per se, but definitely had all the toys. Like I remember the first time, I think for sure, is it? Yeah, it was definitely the Return of the Jedi was the first Star Wars that I think I was that 83.
yeah, Return of the Jedi
Oh,
was 80. I want to say 83, 84. Does the panel
and
know?
E.T.
Because
came out that year too, right? I
I think
think.
so.
Yeah, so then I saw E.T. and Return of the Jedi. Those are like my first movies that I remember seeing in the movie theater. And then I remember as a kid also on HBO they had like the license or the rights to air these, and so it was always a big deal because they would come on like a bunch of times a day, and so we'd always try to catch them. But yeah, I've been obsessed with Star Wars. It's something I love almost as much as I love Star Trek. So
That's a lie. No,
I agree.
that is a lie. Really? I don't believe that.
I do. No, I really
I
do. I
refuse to
really
believe that.
I really love it a lot. Not in the same way I love Star Trek, but I was never one of those Star Trek versus Star Wars type of guys. Like
Yeah.
whenever people were like,
Oh.
"Oh, you can only do one or the other," I was always like, "Why? It doesn't make sense." Like I like them both. So
So dumb. One, why wouldn't I like multiple and like things of like
yeah,
similar genres, and also they're very different. Like,
they are
Mhm.
very different.
Mm. No,
They're extremely different.
Star Wars is more pew pew Flash Gordon than Star Trek is more sort of submarine psychological science fiction. So yeah, there's the two differences between the both of them, but I've always been a fan of both of them, and I never really understood, like the two of you just said, I've really never understood why there's some people who have who have like
Like a
a
hard
sword in
line
the
or whatever.
grand,
Yeah,
yeah, who
it's
have
but it
Almost
was a
like
a
a
thing. It was
sibling
definitely a thing.
rivalry,
Yeah,
I think.
what was that, Marcy?
I think it's almost like a sibling rivalry. Like
I
because
like
they
that.
are kind of close because they came out around the same time, I feel like that kind of just led
maybe
to
it's just
Mhm.
like to me. I've always Star Wars is more science fantasy to me. Like Star Wars has way more to do with like fantasy books I read
Yeah,
than it has to do
yeah.
with Star Trek.
It's almost
and George
almost like a
Lucas,
Lord of the Rings like
right?
Yeah,
adventure.
I mean the whole like hero with 1,000 faces that like George Lucas was obsessed with.
Yeah,
Those are all fantasy myths. He's not stealing it. You can't steal from a just like storytelling concept. That's not how that works. But that he's like using in his
right.
storytelling.
Hmm.
And
Right.
Joseph Campbell wrote that, by the way, and he's great.
Hmm.
There's a series of lectures and stuff that are really cool.
No, but I've known for a very, very long time that George Lucas, got inspired by Dune a lot while he was writing Star Wars. And after I started reading Dune, and I was like, George Lucas was a crook. He
Yeah.
basically took the thing of Dune and he put his lightsabers in it. But
I
it's
didn't even
Dune.
realize
So
because I didn't
here's
see Dune until recently.
I mean here's the thing about storytelling. It's all stealing.
Yeah, that's it.
All the stories have been told. Just put a fancy new coat of paint on it. Is basically the idea at this point.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but if you think of it, if you think of it like that, the storytelling in life itself is a perfect circle, right? Things that
Mhm.
happen now will happen again centuries for people, long after all of us here on the stream are passed away, unfortunately. Um,
I
I don't know
mean,
about you, but I plan to live on forever. No, I'm just
don't start that shit. Don't
I've
start
seen
that shit.
I've seen no proof that I can die yet. So
So just finishing off the first point of contact. Marcy, what was your first point of contact with Star Wars? I keep wanting to say Star Trek. Yeah.
Um, I feel like my sister would watch it uh a lot. and I was not the keeper of the remote. So
Mhm.
so I watched it too. Yeah, no. I always knew I think kind of like Rachel. I always knew things like that Luke was, you know, Darth Vader's son and all that. Like I don't ever
Yeah.
remember not knowing those things.
I have no memory of not knowing that.
Yeah, like no surprise moment whatsoever.
Yeah. Well,
No,
because
I
it's
mean,
interesting that you were talking about going to see the original trilogy in theater. I definitely didn't. The first movie, a Star Wars movie I would have seen in theater was Phantom Menace, and I do remember that.
mhm.
I
No,
only saw from Return of the Jedi on, so
Yeah.
but yeah, it was it was a distinct memory of it, and it was huge at the time. It was like I remember as a little kid, you know, that was a big deal.
I was the prime age when episode 1 came out, like that
Mhm.
George Lucas was writing it for, and so I have really fond memories of going to see that in the theater and didn't even know that, you know, the whole, like, people didn't like Jar Jar Binks and all that. I had no idea until one of my older cousins told me later. I was like, "What's wrong with Jar Jar Binks?" So,
I remember not liking Jar Jar Binks, but I wonder if I was like influenced by my brothers being annoyed by him. So I was like, "Oh, apparently he's annoying."
yeah.
But to be fair, when I've gone back and watched Phantom Menace, I agree. I'm sorry.
yeah, Jar Jar Binks needs to be set on fire. I think we're all
Re-
in agreement on that
No, Revenge of the
one.
Sith softened me to him. Like it's heartbreaking that he's the reason.
No, but the no,
Like
no,
it's
no, but
heartbreaking that he was manipulated to be the fall of the Republic. The reason the Republic falls.
I like the fan theory that he's a bad guy all along. Like, I love that. I love
I
rewatching
honestly
episode 1 that
love
way.
that idea because it just fooled everyone. Like,
Mm.
It makes it easier for me just to think like, yeah, he's really a bad guy than on the rewatch.
Yeah, no, I mean, when I say I want to burn Jar Jar Binks in effigy, I don't want to burn the lovely actor who betrayed him. I just want to burn the character
no,
to
of
the
course
ground.
not.
Of course not. Of course not.
Oh,
I
I
don't
know.
blame
He went
him.
through so much
Yeah,
with
he
the
went through so
fans.
much bad
Yeah.
stuff.
What is with the way people treated the prequel actors? And to be fair, treated actors from the sequel trilogy as well.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah,
I
I
both
never really
Anakin, like
understood that.
both the actors that played Anakin. I'll admit, like I am not like a huge fan of either actor who played Anakin. At no point did I ever think I'm going to harass the real life person.
No, of course not.
Like,
No, of course not. No. I mean, that's taking your love of something a little bit too far.
mhm.
Yeah.
If you think it's okay to harass an actor for playing a role just because you didn't like that particular role, I think you got to take a step back and look at yourself, and
Mhm.
sort of examine yourself. But with that being said, when I watched the prequels for the first time as a kid, I mean, not to take us on a tangent, but I think we've gone way past that now. Um, I always felt that there was something a little bit off about them. I thought that they were a little bit more cheesy than they had to be, and I didn't want to hear about trade negotiations. So
I
Oh, I
yeah,
loved that though. That was I don't
I
know. I like politics, so I thought
I was
that was
because I
really fun.
once was trying to figure out why I enjoyed that kind of stuff in Star Trek and not in Star Wars,
mhm.
and I realized it was because there were trade negotiations for the Republic, a body of government I knew would fail in about 3 years in universe. Like,
Mm.
Yeah, Chancellor Valorum. Another sad thing. See, that's what I like about. I like the father was saying today on our Obi-Wan stream. A friend of ours from Text Trek,
Yeah.
that he liked that aspect of the prequels. That it was a cautionary tale about how easily a democratic republic can, be twisted and turned into a totalitarian
Regime, did you
fascist
say?
regime. Yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah,
and
that's true.
so unfortunately, sadly, like it's prophetic in a way because it seems like that's what's happening right now, in many places in the world. So but right here at home especially. So Yeah, so pretty good stuff. That, and I even back then I took it that way, and that's what I liked about all that stuff. Plus, I'm a sucker for Natalie Portman, how she has a different voice as Queen Amidala. You know, when she's like, "We must do something quickly, Senator."
Yeah.
So I love that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah, but you know what? Like I said on our stream this afternoon, I don't blame any of those lovely actors who were in the prequels. I blame one guy. Faster, more intense is not going to cut it, George.
I
Yeah.
honestly, I think the biggest problem with the prequels is an overuse of CGI,
hmm
which one does not lead to good performances. CGI should be a tool, not the main.
Yeah.
Especially when you have actors as young as like Natalie Portman, and especially the first actor to play Anakin. It's
hmm
one thing to ask an established actor to be like, "Hey, just pretend everything." Like a kid is like, "I don't know what I'm doing. I need help." Like,
Right. Right.
And you're not wrong. All of the actors, the interviews I remember seeing at the time, they all talked about how weird it was to just be in a room with green things not just green screen, but like, you know, green chairs and green like everything.
yeah.
There was so much CG in Star Wars, in those prequels. You're absolutely right. And I think it's a valid critique that some people say it looks a bit cartoony, you know, the way that it ends up being.
No, so to bring us back around. So when Disney bought Star Wars away from George Lucas, I thought I was gonna have a heart attack, and that was the first heart attack I thought I was gonna have. But when it was announced that my favorite writer and director was going to write a brand new Star Wars film with Larry fucking Kasdan from Raiders, I lost my mind. I kid you not, people, I literally stood up in my chair and went running around my house like a madman with his head cut off for about 30 minutes. I couldn't I had this joyful energy in me, so much so that back then my mother was still with us, and she asked me, "Why are you running around the house like a madman like what's got you so excited?" And I just blurted everything out at once, and she goes, "Who is Larry Kasdan? Who is J.J. Abrams?" I'm like, "Oh, mom, you don't know. These people are going to save Star Wars." And I remember leading up to just I thought it was the best marketing campaign I've ever seen. The whole marketing campaign leading up to the release of The Force Awakens, like the Chewie we're home line. Oh my god, I wanted to pass out and die.
I have this distinct memory of, I think I'd seen the trailer online already at this point, but being at a screening of Age of Ultron, and that was the first time I saw the trailer in a movie theater. We clapped for the trailer.
Yeah.
Like, I was
Yeah,
like opening day Age of Ultron, so it's just a bunch of nerds, but
of course. By the way, what are you drinking there, Rachel? I'm curious. You got like this.
oh, it's like a rosé cider.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
See, actually, I am in the after dark spot, so I should have got some alcohol.
I am having a Pinot Grigio, and
Yeah.
I used to host a show called Drunk Space Nine, and at the time, I would call these Penis Grigios to be a little crass.
Oh
So.
my god.
I do. I love the fun of that name.
Oh my god. That's a little bit too much information from you, Strawberry Boy. And I've been around you a long time.
All right. I'll plug. That was my only one. I'll put a plug in it for the.
All right, guys. So, is everybody ready to get started?
Yes. How does this work? Are you going to do a countdown for the audience who doesn't have the live stream thing that we're doing?
I'm gonna sort of, well, for the audience at home who could be possibly watching this, which is two people right now. We are watching Star Wars: The Force Awakens through Watch Together on Disney Plus. So, but if you want to watch at home along with us, I will do. What do we do? Like a 3, 2, 1 countdown?
Yeah,
is
I
that
think
what we
that's
normally do?
Yeah, like a 3, 2, 1, contact.
Okay, so I'm gonna take my ugly face off the screen right now,
It's not ugly.
and if I could just figure out where my goddamn camera is. No, if I do that, I'm gonna ruin myself from the stream. I don't want to do that. All right, and there you see my lovely artwork from this lovely woman down here. Ugh,
I was
right.
so happy with how that one came out.
Yeah,
That is
That
a
was
great,
really
yeah.
good.
yeah. My family and I've gotten so many good compliments. They're like, "How the hell did you do that? What machine did you use? How did you do it?" And I'm like, "I don't know. It's just it's like osmosis. I just sat down one day and I started fiddling, and they're like, "You'd lie. Who the hell did that for you? You liar. You have
You tried to
you
trick
have
your family that you drew it.
yeah." And they're like,
That's
I love that
and
wow.
they
they're
called you out.
yeah. Yeah, and they're like, "You liar! You have no artistic ability whatsoever to draw. You liar! Who did that for you?" And I was like, "Come on, who do you think did it for me?" And they're like, "Oh, it's Marcy. She did it for you, didn't she?" I'm like, "Yeah, she did it for me." All right, guys. So I'm gonna. I don't know what's gonna happen when I push the start streaming button. I don't know if we're gonna start from absolute zero. If we do, I'm gonna sort of rewind the stream to start from absolute zero and then do a 3, 2, 1. Is that cool with everybody?
That's cool with
Sounds
me.
good.
I feel like you have absolute power. Yes.
I do, but just to be clear, guys. Normally, when I'm on streams with Starfleet Boy, he's the one controlling all the puppets, and
This is actually very nice for me. I love just being like,
Just
I can sit back here and not do
not
any of
worry about
that. Yeah, exactly.
yeah. All right, guys. So I'm gonna push the button. I don't know what the hell's gonna happen. So here we go. Interesting.
Oh, there's like a. Ooh,
Oh,
this is a
Lucas.
neat
Lucas.
experience.
Okay.
Lucasfilm
Oh, there we
logo,
go. Mine
Okay.
took a second.
Yeah, I stopped it. Hold
and
on.
now he's paused it. So yeah.
Hold on.
Mine's still
Okay,
I'm
so
still staring at a Disney Plus logo.
okay, so
Oh, there we go.
I stopped it at.
Oh, it's playing for me. It's not paused at
No.
all.
Oh my god. Should we just should we just start at absolute zero, everybody?
Yeah, but you have to do it, right? Or can any of us do it?
No, I got no. I think anybody can do it. That's what I think. That's what I think the thing works. So
Oh,
I'm
that's
gonna.
cool. I
Yeah,
could.
because I just paused it.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna move mine back to absolute zero, and that's how we're gonna start with this
Yeah,
All right.
we'll
thing.
move everyone's.
All right, everyone. We're at 0.0000001. Well,
All right.
that's not
So,
real, but
okay, you ready?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, it's playing. It worked when you said go. And I guess any of us could put out a timestamp.
Yeah.
Tell people. So we're at 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Is that what you guys are seeing too?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Oh, there it goes. I opened something to put subtitles on, and that thing did not want to go away for a second.
Oh, and we all get the subtitles. That's cool.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh,
It didn't
good.
No, I wanted them, so that's
Yeah.
perfect. I remember being so excited about Star Wars coming back and us going into a new era of Star Wars. And I liked this movie and like really kind of like was vibing with what they were trying to do. But now, like years later, I think my favorite is The Last Jedi.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Last Jedi is really good.
All right. I can respect that. I don't feel like wanting to throw you off a building.
But I really like The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good both retelling and reimagining.
Yeah.
Like not reimagining, but like a retelling and then a reforging
Yeah.
of the Star Wars like theme or
Right.
tale.
I love how this movie opens up when you see the well, it hasn't happened yet, at least for me. When you see the stormtroopers come in and you see the strobe lights and everything.
I really like that scene. It's coming up where it really feels like you're in the transport with them. Like there's no other Star Wars movie that gives you that kind of feeling.
This is interesting because I thought this was the lightsaber because there's rumors that we were gonna start the movie with a lightsaber instead, but then it ends up being this new kind of Star Destroyer, and I like the way
Yeah.
they did this. It was cool.
And look at the Star Destroyer just zoom. See, this is what can happen to Star Wars when you actually have a. I'm not gonna say that. That's mean.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say this is what Star Wars can look like when you have a better director behind the camera.
See this scene, like you feel like you're standing in there with them, and that was just
Yeah.
something we never saw before.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a different feeling.
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh, there's BB-8. I love that robot.
Oh, I have a BB-8 shirt. I should have worn that. I also have
Oh,
a Ray
nice.
shirt, and I don't know where that is. I might be in the laundry.
I instantly fell in love with BB-8. I was like, oh, this is a great addition to the droid family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I actually have a remote control BB-8.
There's a really cool backstory with Max von Sydow's character. And I can't remember the whole thing right now, but I remember thinking, oh, it would have been neat if they kind of gave us more of that in the film itself.
Right.
And it has to do with him like helping like force sensitive people or something like that.
I'm disturbed by how young this actor is, like Oscar Isaac. How old is this movie? Because I feel like it's new, and yet
I know. I was like, oh.
When did it come out? What year?
This was what, like, I should have said, I don't know, like,
20.
can anybody in the panel do some research? Because I have no idea.
I'll check.
Hey Siri, when did The Force Awakens come out?
Joel, I keep looking at the chat.
2015.
Okay. Oh no. Starfield Boy, can you handle the chat? Because
Oh, it's just like no. Joel was just remarking that Last Jedi is his favorite too,
okay.
and they've all
But-
started on time. It
Yeah.
looks like.
Yeah, but
20, yeah.
Oh, and you
20.
were referred to as Emperor Marcelo, which is accurate.
That-
oh, thank you. Marcy, when did it come out?
For someone who uses Disney Plus
2015.
maybe more than I do,
2015. Okay.
I thought I made the thing to open the subtitles go away. I didn't. Does anyone know how to where to click to make that go away?
No, I don't
Um,
actually.
No, I have no idea.
Let me see if I can do it on my end.
So it's just I can't figure out how to make the drop down list go away.
Yeah, I got it. So on the top of the screen on the right, there's a little icon that shows how many people are watching, and right next to that, there's a square thing. So if you actually,
Yeah. So I clicked on that to make this pop up, but that button is grayed out when it pops up.
oh my god,
You want the subtitles to go away or to come back?
No,
Oh, we paused it by accident.
I think
I
I might
did
have
that.
actually done. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna hit refresh. It maybe so
How the hell?
so there's a
did that
pop-up
happen?
menu you press to make the subtitles appear.
Oh, on the left hand side, there's an X of that menu.
Yeah, there is.
So okay, that X is not. I'm refreshing. That X is not there for me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't
Did
know.
we
why.
pause the movie, guys?
Yeah, it's on pause. I
Okay,
didn't pause
so-
it though.
I don't think
No,
I paused it because
No, I did.
couldn't control the screen.
I did.
So, audience, we're paused at 5 minutes 10 seconds.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
know why Disney Plus was if you watch subtitles, you have to stare at this thing.
Oh, I didn't get it. It just
Yeah.
left it up on your screen.
I
But
don't-
do you
yeah.
want subtitles? Should we turn them back on?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, subtitles are good. Just maybe someone else do it because my thing does
I
not
can-
like me.
I can-
I've turned them on.
Okay, all right.
I don't know if it works for everyone or if it's individual, but I think it works for everyone.
It should work for everyone.
Okay, you guys ready? If it doesn't work for everyone, I can turn them on my end. I don't know if that'll do anything. So everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh wait, mine. Why is mine playing? Am I not in the same?
No.
Oh, because it played for a little bit. Marcel, you probably have to do a countdown in case everyone paused at home.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, for those of you who are watching at home, I have no idea how many people are.
We're at
but-
5 minutes 22 seconds, by the way, as far as where we're at, right?
Yes, thank you. You're so much better at this shit than I am. All right, so are we ready?
Ready?
Yep.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Come back for you.
I don't have the subtitles on.
It'll be all right. The subtitles are on mine.
Yeah, I
Oh.
got subtitles.
Yeah,
now.
me too.
Okay, well I don't need them, so it doesn't matter.
I remember reading that originally the plan that Poe was not going to be like a main character and was going to die here, but they were like, but we have Oscar Isaac. Why would we do that?
Mm-hmm.
I love the symmetry of the blood on the stormtrooper helmet.
I always
on
thought that was
Finn.
kind of cheap because I was like, they just want to mark him for the audience.
Yeah,
like,
it's true.
Immediately, it was just like,
he looks like Simba. There's a little like
he looks like Simba.
That's right. And here comes Kylo Ren.
I love Kylo Ren.
I actually adore Kylo Ren.
I love his motif.
Yeah.
It's so good, but I do remember after watching this movie, I refused to get on board with shipping him with Rey for a little bit because I was convinced they were going to be cousins. And I was like, Star Wars fooled me once. Like,
that would have been a lot.
Yeah, that would have been a lot. But you know,
if it was any other franchise, I wouldn't have that fear.
Yeah. There is a history there. It's not.
One of my favorite authors is Meg Cabot, and she once did something where she wrote Star Wars fan fiction when she was younger. And someone's like, "Oh, would you ever publish it?" And she's like, "No, it's Luke Leia fan fiction. It's weird."
Yeah, we'll never show it to anyone.
Yeah.
Adam Driver is such a good actor, man. Oh my god, he's such a good actor.
He really is.
I'm gonna turn my video off because my internet's having a little bit of issues.
I'll go off video too. Sorry, audience. But hello there.
Hello there.
That's what it was. Also, Max von Sydow's ooh, bye-bye.
Ooh, bye-bye.
That's terrible.
You think he's dead?
Also, this was a new force ability, which was interesting and cool.
Yeah.
Like stopping an energy blaster.
Was good about introducing new force abilities. Like even in the last one with the force healing, they're just like, oh, and by the way, they can do this.
Right. The force truly awakens and expands. But Max von Sydow's character somehow knew his family. That's right, because he mentions it in there, so that's cool. I love all this.
Apparatus. Sorry, guys. I've seen this movie way too many times.
Oh, it is funny though. He's really
I love
great.
this movie. I cannot remember the last time I've seen it though.
Yeah, actually, for the audience at home and for my lovely panel, this is my second favorite J.J. Abrams film of all time.
Oh wow!
Oh.
Joel says I loved
favorite.
I adore Super 8.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, if you guys want to watch Super 8 at some point, I am totally down for that.
I've never seen it. I don't.
You've never seen Super 8?
I've seen it, but it's been a really long time.
That's okay. I forgive you.
We can watch it. I'm down to watch it.
No, I forgive you. I forgive you.
Okay.
I didn't mean to make you feel bad.
Joel's a Phasma stan in the he's like, yay, Phasma.
Dude, but what is it? Where's the panel think? I mean, I think that Phasma got done dirty, man.
Really?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna come back.
I love her, but yeah, I wish she had been used more. Although I do love Star Wars' tradition of hiring. This is a more recent thing of just hiring extremely famous people and then never showing their faces.
Yeah, I mean, 007 is in this movie.
Yeah,
coming up soon.
That was at least a cameo, but
yeah, cameo.
Oh my god, I do Actorl every day, and one was Daniel Craig's, and this was one of the movies they included, and I was like, it was uncredited. That should not count.
I actually adore Daniel Craig. He's actually my second favorite James Bond ever.
Who's your first?
I love what's his face? Oh my god.
Pierce Brosnan.
Thank you, Pierce Brosnan. Thank
Okay.
you, Mars.
I'm just gonna start throwing out the names until
I know
you
that's what I
give
was
me
gonna
the-
be.
No, but I grew up watching James Bond, and my first James Bond that I grew up watching as a kid was Roger Moore. But when I, became a really, 007 head was when Pierce Brosnan started in GoldenEye. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Tina Turner's song? The one "GoldenEye" was hers, right?
Yes, I
GoldenEye,
believe.
not
Yeah.
lace, no leather. Yeah, I love that
Yep.
song.
Ray. Oh,
I love her leitmotif too. It's
I love. Yeah.
oh, Ray.
this whole scene
So-
was amazing too, like the wreckage of a Star Destroyer and seeing
Yeah.
like the levels and stuff was pretty cool.
Oh, has everyone seen Kenobi?
Yes, I
I
have.
don't-
Yes.
I have not seen
We
the
have.
last 10 minutes of the second episode, but besides that, I've seen.
Okay.
Okay, I loved the. I'm for anyone listening. I'm about to spoil a scene in Kenobi, so
That's
you-
okay. It's my show. If anybody comes after you, I'll defend you.
Okay. There's this scene where he makes the little dinner for himself and then he goes outside his little house and sits in the sand.
Oh yeah, and it's the
it
same.
was mirroring Ray. I loved
Yeah.
that.
That was
because in
really
Star
cool.
Wars,
Cute.
things rhyme.
Yep.
and
I
love
well,
those things.
I love that concept. People make fun of it, but George Lucas liked to think of the Star Wars films as tone poems, and I agree with that. I think they are poetic in that way.
Poems?
No, I got early. I went on TikTok for 5 seconds, and someone spoiled a big thing in Kenobi for me. And then I was like, I'm watching it at lunch, like I do Star Wars. And I watched the first episode, and then I was watching the second episode, and then I realized I had to get ready to do this. So I still have 10 minutes left.
I haven't seen yeah, I should say I haven't seen the end of the second episode either because yeah, same. I had to get ready to get on here.
I will. Can I?
You guys could have told me. I could have pushed it.
Nah.
Good. We don't want to stay. We don't want to make you stay up too late.
Yeah.
All right. I was sweating already, so I needed a couple minutes anyway to compose myself. Starfoot will tell you.
You're doing great, Marcella. I love that there's a to your point from earlier. I love that they went back to the traditions of the using like puppets and stuff alongside.
Yeah.
It's very. This seems like. It seems like even though CG's gotten so much better, they really went out of their way to do a lot of practical effects in this, and it just makes it feel like legit,
But even if you end up using CGI to enhance a practical effect, giving an actor something real to look at and hold,
makes a world of difference. Yeah.
Do you guys think that this cast will come back in 10 years or 20 years and be a part of another Star Wars adventure like the big three were in this film?
I actually think they will. I know Oscar Isaac said he never would do a Disney Plus Star Wars series, even if they paid him $1 million an episode. But he did Moon Knight now, so I don't know.
I feel like they might. I feel the one that, and they wouldn't really make sense for him anyways, but Adam Driver seems to want to be doing indie stuff, but at this point, unless
Here's the food stuff. Yeah, the same
Marcy.
stuff that Obi-Wan's eating.
Yeah.
I love this weird
and that is a practical effect. They had a little
a little tube. There's a guy with a little tube right under the table, right?
That's cool.
When I was in the theater, this shot just blew my mind what she was actually in, what her house was. Oh, and the Ankar plot guy, the guy who sold the food, is actually Simon Pegg.
Yeah.
I love this because that's what I would do. Just put a helmet on and feel
Yeah.
It also shows that I think Rey is just becoming an adult kind of still. Maybe she's in her early 20s, so she still has this youthful quality of doing things like putting a helmet on, living it. She just has this kid quality still.
Yeah.
Also, I love Star Wars hair. It's so ridiculous. I love it so much.
Star Wars hair is pretty stylish, to say the least, isn't it?
I love seeing little kids dressed like Ray and having the like that same hairstyle and stuff. It's cute.
Also, I tried to do like a closet cosplay of Ray and tried to do that to my hair when it was when it was longer. I'm terrible at hair though.
Mm.
I think if I ever tried to do Ray again, I'd have to just get a wig.
Or get help, because I feel like that's a tough, right, to do that by yourself.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
well,
did that.
especially-
It's actually not too hard if your
Oh.
hair is long enough. You can just loop it under. That
Gotcha.
actually was the one Star Wars hairstyle I could do.
As far as Star Wars hairs go, like that's easier than like most of Leia's.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm.
I would say like the way people usually do space buns are easier than whatever she has going on, like in A New Hope.
Mm.
J.J. Abrams just dropped a Kelvin reference. Kelvin Ridge.
Yeah, he did. I heard it.
Oh, I missed that.
No. By the way, how long do you think her hair is in this movie?
Shoulder length, I believe.
Shoulder length. By the way, I do just want to tell the world right now, I'm going to grow out my hair to actually shoulder length, so I am going to have long hair again. So, Marcy, at some point, you're going to have to redraw
draw
me
that.
again with longer hair.
Yeah,
Got it.
because technically my hair right now is like shoulder length, and I don't think it's long enough to do Ray's hairstyle. To be fair,
Dude,
I'm also bad at hair though, so maybe if I got someone else to do it for me.
I've forgotten how good this movie is.
I love how
love the
cheeky he
synthesizer
is.
on his voice.
Oh, yeah, that too. It's great.
I remember reading somewhere that Adam Driver was like very rarely out of the mask during these scenes, but at one point,
It's
like,
me.
yeah, he just went, "It's me" to Oscar Isaac, and Oscar Isaac was like, "That was not like that was more disconcerting."
It's me. I've never heard that
But
before.
apparently, we're like, "Don't worry, it's me," and it was like, "That's creepy." Whatever just happened.
Joel in the audience said he used to have hair down to his belt, but now he's just
Oh,
balding,
wow.
so he shaved his head.
No, well, guys, the last time that I had my hair long, it was like 13. It was halfway down my back.
Mm.
I love
like-
Domhnall Gleeson so much, and this character is great.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Also-
I was so upset that what they did to him in the last.
Yeah, it was terrible.
I know.
It's true.
You know,
He was-
Marcy, you beat me to it.
He
Because I
was.
thought that he got done dirty too.
Yeah, that it wasn't right. They really didn't need that extra general. Honestly, he could have played that.
Mhm.
I mean, oh, there he is on Clark Plot again. There he is. Portion.
1/2
Portion.
That guy's been having everyone's portion.
Reduced.
Aw. It's true though.
Yeah, it's massively true.
I love how she like gets like kind of
And
like
she
forgets
thinks about
herself
it.
for a second, and because it's such a sight. It's like you know, they're so hungry and starving, and so I love that moment where she's like almost does the like
Yep.
the wrong thing in a way.
Mm-hmm.
I love that for a second BB-8's like, "Oh no."
Yep. He's like, did I trust the wrong person?
Mm-hmm. You know, something else that I love about this is that actually they built like half of this installation. They actually built. This is actually a physical set. They're not.
Mhm.
They're not walking in front of green screens or anything.
Yeah. I love their interaction.
Why is John Boyega always
Yeah.
sweating? Do you think it's really hot in those things?
Yeah, man. Look
Yeah,
at
I
that.
think
Yeah, it's true. I love their. I know that you know, there's not like a lot of. I just think they have such a cute romantic bromance. Like,
Thank you. I completely understand when people are like, "Yes, we ship them." And I was like, "Yeah, totally." Like,
yeah.
The one thing I missed just from this trilogy as a whole is that only in the last movie did like the three main characters actually spend time like with the three of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like Rey doesn't
Oh,
meet
that's a good
Poe
point.
until the end of Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think, I mean, as much as I love the first two films, like the third film, it's not an understatement that to me it's extremely disappointing.
Yeah,
It
There's
doesn't
some-
match somehow?
yeah, and there's some stuff like I completely understand they had to rewrite everything with Carrie Fisher, but it
Yeah.
really felt like they were like backtracking on a lot of stuff from Last Jedi.
Right. No, like,
Especially, I really liked Rey just being a normal person who happened to be force sensitive.
yeah. No, but also the whole thing about the one thing I love about this movie is that Rey is nobody. She's not related to
Mhm.
anybody.
Well,
And right. Well, hold on. And the fact that JJ sort of caved into his original plan for Rey with
Mhm.
the third film really disappointed me.
You know, I will say, at least she did not happen to be Kylo's cousin.
Yeah, that's right.
these effects, these like flights, so good. I love this moment too.
Did you? I saw.
Love that.
Great.
I
187 FN. What? Sorry, guys. I've seen this movie too many times.
I like that. Well, I ain't using it.
Yeah. I like what he says here when Poe mentions they're gonna go back to Jakku.
He loves him so much he named him.
they are, they are really they're really cute. Like
I kind of also ship Hux and Kylo.
oh,
Excuse me. Does everybody ship everybody in Star Wars?
No, I'm a shipper. I'm just a shipper by nature.
same.
Okay.
I'm
That was
like
actually one of the reasons
Also,
I
I
didn't
will
like.
say, also my
Go ahead.
roommate from the time this movie came out was a massive like into Star Wars fan fiction, so I ended up reading a lot because she would send it to me.
I'm just an Emma Woodhouse type of person. I like to ship people together in my brain.
Marcy,
I love that
Marcy, what
One of
were
my
you saying?
problems with the Rise of Skywalker was I was really shipping Rose and Finn, and
Yes.
they got rid of that
I
whole
did-
relationship,
yeah,
and I was
I
so
did.
upset.
Yeah, I did
I-
not.
Rose, speaking of characters done dirty, no one has done more dirty than Rose.
Yep.
No, but
Agree.
but the thing is that I didn't like the way that Rose was written as a character. I was completely fine with the fact that JJ said, "Rose, why don't we just put you over here and just not really talk about you anymore?"
No, she
I
was
mean-
cool.
She was really cool,
Okay.
and also the reason they did that was giving into like racist fans,
Yeah.
Right.
which they
No, but
100% should not have done.
No, but I just want to, make it clear that I didn't want her put aside because of race. I just didn't like her character.
That's from the trailer, that little shot where he pops into
Yes.
frame.
Mhm.
And I remember that was really powerful, like seeing that moment in with the music
Yeah.
in the trailer and
This
stuff.
is from the teaser. That's from the teaser trailer.
Yeah, the teaser trailer, yeah. This is wild how the desert just like swallows that thing up.
Yeah.
That was a Spielberg thing, right?
Uh-huh. We should actually watch some Spielberg movies. You guys want to watch some Spielberg movies?
I'd be down.
Sure.
I'll watch whatever.
Who says who says I was talking to you, Starfleet boy? I was talking to Sorry. I'm squirting
Look at
around,
his
of course,
face. He's
of
like,
course.
"What just happened?"
Boom.
Oof.
So do we think that the thing got eaten by the Sarlacc pit or it just blew up?
Well, remember we're on Jakku, so it's a
I
different
know, I'm just kidding.
thing. But yeah, it definitely got eaten by something and then blew up.
Just kidding.
Well,
poor Finn. He's so defeated.
so I guess this is originally where Poe was supposed to die, right?
I think so.
Wasn't he supposed to die earlier? Wasn't he supposed to die on the attack on the village, or was he supposed to? No, he was supposed to live through that. I'm
I
sorry.
think he's supposed to live till here, and then here, well, Finn thinks he's dead. He was supposed to be dead.
Right.
Mhm.
This is gorgeous too, wherever they film this.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Jordan?
Oh yeah, you're probably
Maybe.
right.
It seems. I mean, I've never been to Jordan, obviously, but this does seem like it would be somewhere in that like area of the world.
Right.
Did we ever figure out what Snoke's deal was?
Yeah, it's
No,
kind of lame.
He was a clone.
Yeah.
No, but Snoke was a lot of talk with not a lot of bite.
Mm-hmm.
Snoke was like a puppet, basically, of the Emperor's, like a weird meat puppet clone that the Emperor inhabited, which I didn't like. I kind of like this
No, I
idea
hated
of
that.
like,
I
was really
that.
digging Snoke, and I kind of liked that they ended him like what Ryan Johnson did.
I love how Snoke died because I was shocked.
Yeah.
Like, and then that duel is the best. Like,
Yeah, it's one of the best because he's so mean and like such an awful. He's so awful to Kylo. Like what he's done to Kylo is like another level. It like the implications of having gotten in Kylo's head since he was a kid, and like it's very scary stuff.
Right. No, but I think I think one of the main failings of this new trilogy is that when they said they were going to make new Star Wars, there I almost said Star Trek again. They really didn't sit down and plan it all out. They should have sat down.
Mhm.
Yeah. Agree.
No, they should have sat down and one person should have planned out every single movie.
Yeah. It would have been
before they
better.
did anything.
That would have been true. Yeah, I agree with that.
And it would have been cool if we would have had like maybe one director do the whole thing with different writers.
Well, I like to me the original trilogy works really well because it's three different directors,
with one
but
writer. Yeah.
with one writer, and I like that because each director kind of took it to a new level, if you will.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was happy to see that model return rather than just George Lucas or one person doing all three, but unfortunately they didn't have the plan aspect that the other ones did.
Right. No, a lot of people blame JJ for the third film, but I'm like, I don't blame him because he came in at the 11th hour. Sure, he made some mistakes, but I don't blame him. I blame the whole team for not having a plan from the very beginning.
Yeah.
In the audience, Joel mentioned the Timothy Zahn novels being the real sequels. A lot of people were hoping that the Heir to Empire stories would be the sequels. I feel like they're coming into the TV shows, though. I feel like they're introducing elements of Heir to the Empire with Grand Admiral Thrawn since the animated
series.
Yeah, and he's probably going to be a big part of the Ahsoka series, but he was a big part of Rebels as well, which is interesting. So those live in some way.
Right. Do you guys
I haven't read those. I started the new Thrawn series that he wrote for them to be canon that Disney commissioned.
Oh, there's a new one that's out already, like new Thrawn books?
Yeah, he did one that was Legends, and then I believe he did some that were considered canon.
Right on, okay. Well, yeah, and certainly, again, Thrawn is mentioned in Mando Season 2, so...
Yeah, I hope we see him.
I think we will.
There's so much of Star Wars that is real people that everyone is like, that's not real. Like...
When those novels came out, the Timothy Zahn novels, Jeremy Brett was still alive. I think maybe he wasn't, but I always imagined Jeremy Brett would have made a great Grand Admiral Thrawn. For those of you who don't know, he played Sherlock Holmes in a Granada series, in the Granada series from the UK, that are very faithful in spirit to the Sherlock Holmes books.
Why? Yeah. Why are there no blasters on this planet? Sorry. I love how she keeps saying, "Stop holding my hand," or "Stop taking my hand."
Oof.
That moment too, a little bit ago, when he was like, "I'm gonna go rescue her." Oh, she's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. Always gets me.
Are you okay? Yeah. So good.
Well, like, people never ask her if she's okay. She's like, "Wow." I just love that.
Yeah, it's true. There is a nice connection between Finn and Rey that they do follow up on in the subsequent films.
Yeah.
I love this, that they're like, she's like, we're gonna go in this hunk
Such a
of
good
trash.
Yeah, this is such a good shot of them running. Oh man, the
garbage will do, and then it's this, and you're like, oh my god, what are you kidding?
I was cheering and like laughing. Yeah. I do love the collective thing. They're like, yeah, the Millennium Falcon is not a good ship. Like, it's falling apart.
Yeah, it's not a. Yeah,
Look at all the mildew everywhere. It's crazy.
Yeah. I definitely agree that the Millennium Falcon is not a junker ship.
It's cool that in Solo you see her brand new, and then here you see her like really old.
I really like Solo. I feel like that movie.
Yeah, me
doesn't
too.
get enough.
Solo is really fun.
Yeah.
Solo was unfortunately the target of a campaign by a bunch of losers. A concerted effort to make a big deal for nothing.
Yeah, Solo didn't. I really didn't like Solo. I was like, I could have lived without it, but I'm happy that you guys liked it.
So I prefer Solo with recastings than forever have like dead looking like de-aging people.
Dead looking.
Dead looking de-aging.
It's true that
no one de-aged looks lifeless. Like they look lifeless. Like they don't emote.
Yeah, I thought Alden Ehrenreich was great. I think it's weird that there was that statement made about like preferring to do deep fakes over recast.
Was insane, especially because the thing they're promoting right now is Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan. It's true.
And I'm like, this is literally a project brought about by everyone demanding you bring back an actor from a recasting.
I wonder if they're able to get James Earl Jones to do the voice of Darth Vader.
I assume
I think it's gonna be. Would you guys be terribly upset if it was like Hayden's voice?
I don't think he can do that iconic voice.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a voice actor who could impersonate James Earl Jones, but
I was like, unless Hayden Christensen has some like impression skills I don't know about.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't mind if like at some point, like I don't. This is me like theorizing, not fun. Like if at some point during Kenobi he like takes his helmet off and then it's Hayden Christensen's voice.
I dig that, and that gives Hayden a chance to perform as Vader without the mask. I like that.
Because he obviously has like a different accent when he takes off the mask in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
So somehow he has the coolest voice changer in the world that changes his voice into James Earl Jones.
He goes from "help me take this mask off" in like a Britishy kind of accent to like just a regular back to his Canadian accent.
James Earl Jones is American, isn't he?
I know, but doesn't he kind of
No.
like pronounce things like mosque? Like, yeah,
He is a classical theater trained actor,
right.
but it's definitely American.
Yeah. I love this little move by Ray here with the dead stop and the
Yeah.
Oh, this is so great.
The Falcon looks great.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I call it the Millionaire's Falcon, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, JJ directed his butt off in that scene.
Well, is he really directing? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, don't start that. I'll kick you off the stream right now. I have the power. No, I'm not going to do that.
This is cute, this little moment.
By the way, I would have loved to seen them couple up if this was a different, if they had planned out the series correctly.
The
I
first
would've-
time I watched this, I was shipping them at this moment in the
Mhm.
watch.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't mind it, but I also, like, I don't mind them being platonic. I think there's,
There's something to be said there, right?
yeah, like, I don't,
At this point and at the castle later, I was
Mhm.
on board with the ship until things happen later.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Joel
and
in the
I don't-
audience is
I think
asking.
it's important to, like, show the importance of, like, platonic male-female friendship.
Mhm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
I like this guy. This whole scene, I love that this became a meme.
Yes.
Yeah. So great. Such Vader.
I also love this. Reminds me of like how he came on Undercover Bosses on SNL, like that
Yes,
skit.
I
That's so
love that.
funny.
oh my god, that was,
Phew.
I guess that's not an essential control panel there.
I
Like-
guess not.
not anymore.
No, but this is the best part. Anything else? What girl?
That girl. Joel was asking if I went on the Falcon ride. I did. Have you guys done it? Have you guys done the Star Wars thing?
No, I haven't. I haven't been
I've
back
never been there.
to any Disney parks since they've opened all like that stuff.
Hmm.
I've actually, I mean, if the panel wants to get really sad for a moment, I've never been to Disney World proper.
Oh wow.
No, I will, because yeah, they have the Star Wars. Well, it's mostly at Disneyland, right?
Yeah, right.
I think
No,
they
we
have
have it
both.
here, and yeah, we have the Star Wars hotel here as well, which is crazy.
Okay.
I love,
wasn't
you know,
sure
I love this
because
moment
I know
where
the
Rey
Avenger
starts-
stuff is only at Disneyland, or it might be in California Adventure, but or the Marvel stuff. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We should plan a trip to one of the Disney parks one of these days.
Mhm.
It's
I love how,
it's
yeah.
my favorite place on the planet is going to not on the planet, but I love going to Disney.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take any excuse to go to Disney.
It's been for I haven't been to Disney World since I was a kid, but I've gone to Tokyo Disneyland and Disney Sea quite a bit because I was in Japan, and then I've been to Disneyland like California once.
Oh, cool. No, I mean, I have a mission. I plan to go to Star Wars land and hopefully Star Trek land before I die.
Paramount needs to open a theme park.
They need to. They need
Yeah.
to because if
Or
they
maybe
do,
I could see them maybe teaming up with Universal.
Yeah, I agree.
cool. No, but
They've done it before, actually. When I was a kid, it was actually I think it was a little part of Hollywood Studios. Disney Hollywood Studios had like a Paramount experience, Star Trek experience type of thing.
I know, but yeah, I wish I was old enough to go to the Vegas stuff.
Yeah, that would have been cool too. I was old enough and I never got to go to that, but
How come you never went to the Vegas? Because the Vegas stuff looked amazing. I mean,
I feel
I
like the age that I was for the Vegas stuff, it was like my parents probably were like, "You're not going to Vegas." I was like,
I think the problem with the Vegas stuff is Vegas, especially at the time, was not a kid-friendly
"Fully
like tourist
place."
place.
Yeah.
okay.
I think there's a lot more kid-friendly stuff now.
No, because I remember seeing commercials for Star Trek Las Vegas, and it looks so goddamn cool.
I think
I
the
mean,
problem is you go there. There's only two, a first
Yay.
one, then a second ride, and then everything else is gambling.
right.
Chewie, we're home.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
His
You
I
know,
love
you know,
voice.
this.
this is the part in the trailer where I lost it, man. I just started bawling my eyes out the first time I saw it.
I think this not that in the first trailer they play the Force theme at some point, and that's what got me. I
Yeah.
love the Force theme.
Yeah.
And it's sad. That's Jonas Schmutamayo, who's
Yeah.
the actor who replaced Peter Mayhew, and I got to meet him at Disney. Actually, he's really cool. Him and Warwick
Nice.
Davis
Oh, cool.
were the hosts of the. I was lucky enough to attend like a kind of a preview of the of Black Spire Station, which is the Star Wars experience that Disney's created, and they were hosting it, and they were really cool. It was really neat to meet him. He was very gracious with all the kids and stuff. So was Warwick Davis. It was very endearing.
That's really
That's
cool.
Yeah, that's neat.
God, I want it. The problem is, I have every time I look, I was like, Disney's gotten very expensive.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
problem too.
Not that it wasn't before, but
No, but the thing is, like, I mean, I'm only gonna like, I'm not a millionaire, and like to go to Disney World, I have to like give them a small fortune. That's like for what, a couple days?
Right. It's really hard to justify.
It can get really expensive, but I mean, if maybe who knows? Maybe when this group we can do like an Airbnb or something, or figure it. Maybe I don't know, Marcel. I feel like I want to see you go to Disney. Now it's a mission.
right now the Disney park I want to go to is Disney, like go to the one in California, because besides the Guardians of the Galaxy ride in Epcot, they're not allowed to have any Marvel stuff in Florida, right?
Really? Why?
Because Universal has the contract.
Because yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
Universal.
Universal,
It's something to
okay.
do with like what side of the Mississippi. Like it's specifically like for the East Coast, they have like a Universal bought the Marvel characters for their theme park years ago. But it's also why it's called Avengers Campus. They do not say the word Marvel anywhere
Oh my God. Okay.
in that theme park. But I think they bought all the popular Marvel characters, and the Guardians of the Galaxy were not popular at all till the movie came out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one they have a like they're just opening a Guardians of the Galaxy ride in Epcot.
Right. Right there. Yeah. In the movie and just now, that always gets me, guys. No, you don't. Tell that to Conjure Club. Sorry.
This was such a meme.
Yeah.
It was like any dumb excuse. Tell that to Contra Club.
Conjure Club.
It was such a great time on Twitter.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, Twitter now and then can surprise you.
Yeah.
I mean, I met all of you lovely people on Twitter, so I've always been thankful to Twitter for that.
I know it's Universal's like building a new park, right?
I think
That
so.
I am not sure about.
Conjure Club. There it is.
I love it. It's almost the danger with Star Wars. Like they're so big and so many memes. Like you can almost ruin the movie for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's like because you're laughing about stuff that has nothing to do with the movie anymore.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about like various Harrison Ford interviews where he's like, I have no idea what's happening. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when someone was like, "Are you a Force ghost?" in the last movie, and he's like, "What's a Force ghost?"
mhm.
Like he clearly is not that into it, and I
Yeah.
kind of love him for that.
I look like he's an older actor. He just wants to fly his airplane.
Right.
Yeah, but he's got. I mean, all due respect to the legend Harrison Ford, but he's got to stop crashing into stuff.
No, this is true. This is true. It's dangerous.
To be
Yeah.
fair, okay, I will like this is gonna sound insane, but that like one where he like crashed into like a golf course, like that is actually what you're taught. Like if your plane's going down,
Yeah.
golf courses are good because they're big open area and kids aren't usually there. But because they're big open areas, people can look up and be like, "Hey, a plane's coming."
Right. By the way, speaking of lovely Harrison Ford, he came out during Star Wars Celebration and unveiled the first look at the new Indiana Jones film
Yeah,
with the
that's
poster.
really
I
exciting.
can't believe though, like at his age, he could be sitting home on a rocking chair with an Afghan on his lap, and he's still out there making movies for us. Like
Yeah,
that's
he
dedication.
Ugh.
he
Oh, I
could
love
just
that
be
way it
hanging
just
out
shows the
close
guy.
to Flockhart, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah, he could be at home sitting, hanging out with Callista, but he's not. He's still
mhm.
working.
Well, I do remember they said with Phoebe Waller-Bridge is in that new Indiana Jones in some capacity. They haven't
Yes,
said.
she is.
I was just like, as long as she's not a love interest for him, I'm good.
No,
She's
she's not.
younger
Well,
than his wife. That's like 40 years younger than him. Like that's
no, I don't know. I don't think that. Because India is already married. India is married to Marianne already, so she can't
yeah.
he can't have a love interest unless she's dead. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, technically, they didn't want to deal with the fact that he had a love interest in the first Indiana Jones movie, so the second one's a um
Redo.
the second Indiana Jones movie is a prequel.
Yeah.
It's like it takes
And
place like a year before the first one.
in that movie, you have Mrs. Spielberg, Kate Capshaw.
Yeah, that's how they met, right?
Yeah, and the best musical number ever until West Side Story from Steven Spielberg. Oh,
But
but
what Spielberg movie would you want to watch? Because there's just such vastly different like types of Spielberg movies.
well, I would definitely love to watch um Jaws with you guys. I would love to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
And oh
Really?
my God, you've never seen
Yeah.
Jaws? We need
Oh,
to have
no.
a conversation.
I'm sorry.
That's
I don't
okay.
know what I've been doing with my time.
That's okay. That's okay. Don't worry. I still love you. Don't worry.
I'm
Okay.
gonna point out there's a podcast that goes over literally every second of Jaws.
Really? Oh, what is that like? Like,
I cannot remember the time. I've listened to episodes here and there when there's a guest I like.
and also, other than Jaws, I would definitely go with maybe Minority Report, and of course Indiana Jones. We gotta watch Indiana Jones.
Mm-hmm.
That I have seen.
Right, of course. Also,
I love how she
like
reminds him. Compressor.
the compressor. Yeah. Also, I like Bridge of Spies quite a bit.
I forgot that was Spielberg.
Yeah, and then also there's Catch Me If You Can
That one was
with-
really good.
with
That was
Leo.
great. Amy Adams'
Yeah.
early career.
That's right.
Catch Me If You Can is really good. Have you ever
And
heard
then-
like
I
any
thought
music?
Snoke was huge
Snoke.
the first time I
Yeah.
saw this. Why is he so big in this scene?
It's
He's
a
being
it's a
extra.
projector, right?
I know, but like
If
they
you
could have
were-
projected him any size. Why is he a giant?
That's so awesome. I mean, it was awesome.
Ignore the man behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ignore the
definitely.
strings. Ignore the strings. You don't see the strings. Look at Kylo. He's like, I want to kill this guy.
I had this theory that Kylo was like being used. Like I thought he was on Leia's side and had been sent in and was a mole. And I thought this, you guys, up until like the last minute of the last
Oh my
movie.
god. Oh my god.
My head canon was so deep.
There's definitely evidence to support that. Like, I mean, where like obviously what happened later in this movie, but like Han makes like no attempt to fight back or anything. Like almost
Right.
like oh, this needs to happen.
Right. To really sell it that he was really on Snoke's side and that, yeah, no, you guys, I was so wrong.
You. Andy Serkis is so goddamn good, man. I mean, just his voice. You're like, damn, I listen to that guy anyway.
I also like Kylo's outfit best in this one. That long dress is really nice. It's not a dress, it's like a robe or something.
But you don't get to see Adam Driver's face nearly enough.
No, but I think that's I think that adds to the mystery of Kylo Ren as a character that you don't see his face until the second half of the film, I think. She bypassed the compressor.
She's so excited.
Yeah, look at that. Oh god,
the smile.
Good. Oh, that's so good. Move.
I love that he calls him Ball, and Kylo calls him Ball at some point too.
Yeah, I think so.
Did it pause?
Yeah, it did. Somebody did it. Who did
I did not do it, but I'm going to use this opportunity. I will be right back.
Okay. All right. So you guys want to like just chat for a couple minutes?
Sure. I was looking up like Steven Spielberg like movies to watch, and the first one it was like, why don't you watch Schindler's List? And I was like, that is definitely not the vibe we need
we're not.
Watch.
No, I mean,
Schindler's List is a really good movie, and you should watch it. Not with a group of people though. Like
but the thing is, we could. But the thing is, if we do watch it together, we're gonna need each other to pick. We're gonna need each other to pick up each other off the floor after the movie's done. I mean, we could, but we don't have to. The other, I mean, I love Bridge of Spies, which I already mentioned.
I don't think I've ever actually seen Bridge of Spies.
Yeah, and I also love Lincoln.
I've seen Lincoln. Lincoln's good.
Warhorse is okay. Oh, but we have to watch Hook. We have to watch Hook. I insist.
I'll say Hook is good. We have to start. Hook is longer than you remember it.
I know.
So the last time I watched it, I was like, no, I actually said, I was no wonder this didn't like become popular till it was like out on home video when someone could pause it for their kids. Because as good as Hook is, I don't understand how like they expected like little kids to sit through a movie that long.
Yeah, because I mean, if you think about it, Hook has a deeper meaning that possibly little kids wouldn't be able to understand.
It's also that just like physically, even if they were enjoying it, kids need to run around, which is like easier to do when you're at home. You can put a movie on and they can like even run around like while they're watching it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, any other movies that you or Marcy want to watch? Just drop it in. Just drop it in our little private chat thingy, and then we'll vote.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm kind of like think what movies would be fun. What movies that are on streaming services would be fun for like.
Yeah. You know, and we could also watch a couple episodes of TV. If you guys. Okay. We could also watch a couple episodes of like TV if you guys want to do that at some point.
Yeah.
I don't want to. What are we agreeing to?
Oh, we're
Oh,
just
no,
talking
well,
about different ideas.
No, you want to tell her?
No, I was saying that I had looked up like what Steven Spielberg movies to watch, and the first one on the list was something I was like, oh no, with Schindler's List, and I was like, no, that is
We're
not
not
the
doing that.
vibe. Like that is.
We are so not doing that. So no, I was I was just saying to Rachel that you guys can I think that we should like trade off. I mean, Marcy picked Force Awakens, so I think that the next film we watch or whatever it is we watch next, that Rachel should pick the next movie, and then I'll pick the one after that.
So much pressure.
Yeah.
It's fine, and and I did mention that we could also watch some episodes of TV if you guys wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
No, so it's up. So basically, the sky's the limit. Does anybody know what happened to Starfleet Boy? Because I just noticed that he's not here.
No. Is he the one that paused it? Did we ever figure out who paused it?
Nope.
No, it wasn't me.
I wonder if
I'm back, and it wasn't me.
Where'd you go? Where'd you run off to?
So I said in the private chat, BRB guys, no need to pause, but that was like a while ago because my cat made like a mess, so I had to go clean it, and then I decided after that to just pour myself a gin and tonic. So that's where I've been, but I've been listening to y'all this whole time on my phone.
Yeah.
So.
I am so sorry because I don't monitor the chat. You know that.
Oh no, the private chat, Well, I didn't know if you guys saw that, but it's okay. It's okay because I was enjoying what you guys were saying, especially like the stuff about Spielberg movies. I'm a huge Spielberg fan, and Warhorse makes me cry from start to finish. Like I cry like a child, like a baby, not a baby, like a crazy person rather.
Like a crazy person. Yeah, I mean, no spoilers.
Warhorse was like, so I ended up seeing Warhorse with a friend who had recently had a horse of hers pass away.
Oh shit.
Why we thought seeing Warhorse? We were like, are you sure? And she was like, it's supposed to be a really good movie. We're like, this seems like a bad idea.
Was that the one with Tom Hiddleston?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, and a lot of people. Tom Hiddleston's in that. So is Benedict Cumberbatch. Like.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's just
it's all your British faves.
Yeah, it's true. A lot of British. It's true.
Yeah.
Oh, Rachel, I just want to say if you don't pick Pride and Prejudice to watch next, we're gonna have an issue.
Which version?
Ooh, Keira Knightley.
Yes.
As much as I would love to kidnap you guys for 6 hours
Let's
to watch
do
the
it.
miniseries,
there was a time.
Gonna go with the Matthew McFadden one.
There's a time where I listened to that soundtrack from that version like nonstop. I love the
That
soundtrack
is
too.
The Keira Knightley version?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had that on
loved it.
CD.
Yeah, me too.
I have that. I have a writing playlist with mostly instrumental music, and that is one of the like main things on there.
That's
It's so
awesome.
beautiful and haunting.
Who's is it Rachel Portman? No.
Keira Knightley.
No, the score. Who does it? Is it Rachel Portman or is it
No, it's a guy.
Daniel
It's
Pemberton?
No, I can
No.
look on my
Daniel
phone.
Pemberton. Okay.
Yeah, that's a composer. I watch a lot of period pieces, by the way. That's something we have in common.
I feel like the Rachel. I feel like she might have done the '90s Emma.
Oh,
John-
Rachel Portman did do the '90s Emma. You're absolutely right. Da 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 da.
Which
Yeah,
I like her score. I have a soft spot for that '90s Emma, because it's the first Emma I ever saw. But that movie directorially is a mess.
Mm.
I don't know how to
Paltrow?
pronounce this. The man who composed The Pride and Prejudice 2005 has a very French name, and I'm going to butcher
I
it.
know him. It's Jean-Yves Thibaudet. Yes.
Thank you. There we go.
As soon as you said it, I remembered who it was.
I also soundtrack to the 2009 Emma, but I don't remember who it composed. Samuel Sim. That's the name of that composer.
Okay.
And the 2020 Emma has a really good soundtrack too.
I was surprised at how much I liked the 2020 Emma because I'm so attached to the one with Gwyneth Paltrow. So I was like, I don't need another.
How many? How many M's are there? Who pushed the button? I didn't push
I
the
didn't
button.
push it. Disney
pushed
pushed it. Oh, nice. Good job, Marcy. We got to get back on track.
Marcy.
Wait, but we have to pause it and then tell people the timestamp so that they can start it
Oh,
again.
sorry.
Let's say the 2021 was by Isabella Waller-Bridge.
Yes.
Actually, my least favorite of the Emmas I've seen is the one with Mark Strong because he yells every line as Mr. Knightley. It's insane.
Guys,
I like the
yeah.
acting in the one with Gwyneth Paltrow, but there are some weird filmmaking choices in that drive me crazy.
All right.
Wasn't that
Guys,
Ewan
we gotta.
McGregor?
Oh yeah, Ewan McGregor is in the worst wig in the world in that Emma.
It's true. It's true.
I once tried to figure out why, and I realized that movie came out right after Trainspotting, so I think he was bald.
Guys,
Actually, that is correct. Clueless is the best Emma movie.
I think Marcel's
Guys-
trying to get us back on track
Yeah,
here.
guys, I love the conversation, and we can continue. We can continue talking about wigs, English music, but we gotta get
Yes.
going here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, Starfield Boy, you wanna give the audience the time code?
Yes, audience, we are at 52 minutes 57 seconds. So get to there, and then Marcella will count from 3 and tell us, and then hit play.
Okay, so is everybody ready?
Ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
Nice. I'm glad you guys paused by this scene because I love this scene. Real quick, Joel in the audience says Clueless is the best Emma movie. It's really good. It is a really good Emma movie.
I have a ton of Clueless stuff in this. I was just talking about the fact that I have a book about the making of Clueless. Like I love.
Nice.
As if.
This was so interesting as a fan of Luke and Han and Leia, like to see references and like
and to see Han, finally say
believing
it was
in the
all
Force.
real. Yeah, believing it. Yeah.
What makes me sad though is I get it. Like I don't disparage the decision, but it is sad to me that we never got to see the 3 of them reunited on screen. Like there is a part of me that does regret that, but I also applaud and respect the choice to not do it. Because I think it's interesting.
I kind of wonder if, with people as Force ghosts, obviously, if they were planning on doing more with them in the 3rd movie, but that obviously, didn't become possible with Carrie, Carrie Fisher.
Right, and that's just the thing is no one can predict what would happen, of course, but it is just sad that it ended up that way. That we never got to see this trio together on screen. But I'm glad we got Han and Leia because they're that's a special thing too.
And
Luke and Leia, sorry, and we also get Luke and Leia,
in my head, if they had known they were going to have Carrie Fisher for that last movie, I don't think they would have killed Luke off when they did.
Yeah,
100%.
But I think, I personally think that they should have recast the character of Leia Organa for the 3rd film
honestly, no one would have accepted that.
No.
Okay, but I'm just saying.
I agree. And Billie Lourd did a good job playing her behind the dead mask in Rogue One.
I was okay with that because it was her daughter.
Yeah.
Was it Billie Lourd?
Yeah, it was.
Mm-hmm. And actually, she wasn't. She was still alive when they originally did the Rogue One. She just died really into Rogue One's
production.
Not production. When it was out, because when I saw Rogue One, Carrie Fisher was still alive, and my friend saw it 2 weeks later, and at that point she had passed away.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. So, do you guys get the read that Han knows? Because I guess that is what is established. Is they all knew she was a Palpatine at this point, right?
No, I don't know. I don't believe that.
I think he just sees himself in her, and I think we didn't realize how much he saw himself until Solo, and we saw his upbringing was pretty close.
Pretty close. You're absolutely right. That's a good point.
I think maybe Leia would realize stuff like that, but Han isn't Force sensitive at all. He just hangs out with a lot of people who are.
Yeah. No, but Leia confesses. Leia confesses, doesn't she? That
she knew
that she knew. So maybe Luke and Leia. That's what I'm saying is like there was always something about the scene where I sensed, and at the time I was theorizing that she was a Skywalker, perhaps like what you were saying, like a
Yeah.
cousin or something, you know, like.
But here's the thing. I mean, look, I'm all for speculation, but I really enjoy the fact that she wasn't related to anybody at this point.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I do enjoy that more.
Right.
It
Same.
opens it up to be more than just the
I-
Skywalkers.
I actually always thought she was a Palpatine
Wow.
because of the scene where she goes after Kylo Ren with the straightforward jabby motion with the lightsaber.
You know what? There is that. I'm not gonna lie. That is legit a thing that I thought too. I forgot about that. The style is the same fighting style. You're right.
Yeah, that was the only time we'd ever seen anyone do that, and I thought, why did
Yes.
they have her do the Palpatine move? And
That's
so
right.
I always had this little bug in the back of my head, like I feel like she's a Palpatine, and then Kylo said she wasn't, and all that, and I thought, well, he might have misunderstood.
I love this song. Eep boopy. It's really
I
cool.
love that this is like Lin-Manuel Miranda's song.
Yeah.
Han Solo. This
Marcelo, did
character-
you say it before she did?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, just making sure. I thought I was out of sync or something.
No, I did. I said it before you. Maz Kanata is based on a 4th grade teacher of J.J. Abrams.
I love
you see that interview with the actress that somebody was
Lupita
like,
Nyong'o, right?
yeah, they were like, how long did it take to get in the makeup? And she was
No.
like, she was like, it's CGI. I felt so bad for everybody in that interview.
Oh.
I remember once they were asking all the Avengers actors somewhere, like, how long did it take you to get in costume? And then Mark Ruffalo was like, I'm wearing like gray pajamas.
I'm wearing gray pajamas.
I mean, have you seen what he's wearing? They are gray pajamas.
I don't think I have.
They look insane.
That was a cool tradition. That little droid had like a old timey mic, and that's like a cool tradition from Star Wars prop design where they use like old camera parts and like actual old like metal parts from things that
Like
are
robots.
yeah,
Yeah.
to make the robots.
This was a really cool scene, man. I mean, when the camera turns around and we see who he's talking to.
Yeah.
The Emperor really fucked this poor kid up, man.
Mm.
This is also a meme that's great. Have you guys seen
No, I know.
Kylo Ren reacts? Yes, it's like so good.
I
There's
haven't seen that. I
there's a
should check it
YouTube
out.
You
series.
gotta. There's so many. He reacts to trailers mostly, but it's so good.
The Rogue One is my favorite. I could go after Magic Stick Man. Where do I get a stick?
Okay,
They're so good. I'll send you a link, Marcelo.
Yeah.
I gotta check that out. I haven't seen that.
I will say I find it interesting that the march has become like Darth Vader's theme. I was like, wasn't the Empire's theme? Like,
I have no idea. Was it? I don't know.
I think
It is. It's both the Imperial theme and Darth Vader's theme.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But
you're
it's,
absolutely
I
right.
feel like they could have like used it for the First Order, and like that would have been because the First Order is obviously like influenced by the
But
Empire.
I do love this like bum 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 bum. You know, like it's very like Peter and the Wolf kind of. I don't know. It's very cool.
No, but I mean, I think the best theme in new Star Wars. I mean, my favorite theme is Kylo's with
That's
with
it
the
too. It's
yeah,
interesting,
with-
right?
yeah.
They use the same theme. Oh, that's cool that they use Darth Vader
Yeah,
and the Imperial, and then Kylo also gets the First Order theme. That's interesting.
I like Rey's a lot.
hers is really great too.
I've had her as my cell phone ringtone for years now.
There was something clever John Williams did with Rey's theme where it's an inversion of the. I think they revealed that it's an inversion of the the Emperor's theme, like da 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 da. You know that thing.
Really?
Or something like it's something clever. I forget. I have to go back and try to find the article. But he inverted a theme, and he did something similar for Anakin's theme. You know, the da 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 da. That's actually the Imperial March inverted. So he likes
Oh
to
my-
do that, like playing with light and dark versions of a theme, and invert just by inverting them.
Mhm.
There was a moment in this coming up where John Williams sort of played the Romeo and Juliet fanfare from Tchaikovsky when Kylo was carrying Rey up the ramp. And that really had people going for a long time that, you know, it was meant to be romantic from the beginning, which who knows?
Not.
I do remember being like unsure whether it was supposed to be romantic here, and then like him appearing like shirtless in front of her in the next movie. I was like, okay, like I'll accept it. It's supposed to be somewhat romantic.
It was always confusing though.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, all this stuff could have been properly planned out if they would have
Yeah.
done planning.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't, I mean, guys, I don't mean to harp on the same thing, but still.
You know,
I mean,
I've softened with my critiques on these films. Like the more I watch them, I guess you kind of get the bigger theme, and
Yeah.
you know, it feels.
You know,
if,
I'm just here for good vibes.
yeah.
You're just here for good vibes. No, I mean, I think my reaction to these films has been largely influenced by Twitter fan culture. So I do admit that I'm incorrigible when it comes to that, but all my thoughts on the third film are my own. I can't
Yeah.
I cannot forgive that film.
I was
thinking
shipping
about-
this so hard in this moment.
Yeah, I was thinking of that when you said that.
Yep. I'm like, kiss her.
Look
Take
at her
her
face.
with you.
I mean,
I think that this is the moment, like in my ship, where she was like, "I wanted to be with you," and he's like, "But you're so scared, and you're not like seeing you," and so that's when she like kind of lost interest in him,
look at
Yeah.
her
and then she
face.
goes for the ultimate bad guy, her
I
cousin,
thought he was
her cousin Kylo Ren.
I honestly feel like my main reason for like refusing to ship her after this movie was I was like, she's gonna be related to him.
Oh, I just learned something in the audience. John Williams' first score was Daddy O, as seen on Mystery Science Theater 3000. And then Blue says, Starfleet Boy, you seem to know John Williams music. I'm super into classical and concert music and film scores. That's like my main jam. So John Williams was a huge part of my childhood. Yeah.
John Williams is amazing, man. I mean,
So
the- I mean,
good. Like,
I mean, the score for Jaws, 2 notes on a piano. That's it.
mhm.
the
Well, and
hour.
he even put a little into Obi-Wan, right? Oh, I'm sorry, Marcy, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say the hours I spent working to interpret this dream sequence vision that she's about to have.
I
Oh,
love
totally.
like all of like the people they brought back to like do that. I love that someone used like Ewan McGregor and Alec Guinness.
And Alec Guinness, yeah,
Yeah.
that was really cool.
Sorry, what were you going to say before I...
Oh no, I was just saying. I think I was just vibing off the same thing you guys were saying about like the score and John Williams. It is interesting. This lightsaber is so iconic. You know, it's the same lightsaber that we see in Obi-Wan. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Yep.
That he's holding
Spoilers.
sweetly next to his own in a box. He put his and Anakin's and his lightsabers in a box together. It's very sweet.
They were brothers.
They were. He was reluctant. He didn't want to like train Anakin, man. I feel so bad for Obi-Wan Kenobi. It wasn't his fault.
I do have a question about this lightsaber. Wasn't there a hand with it?
That has
That's a
since been removed.
good one.
So is that the same box they show in Kenobi?
I think it might be.
I think
By the way,
it- I
this
think
is
it is.
Bespin, which is cool. Like we revisit some older places. This must be Mustafar. Yeah. No. Sorry, that's
No,
the
no,
temple, the
it's
Jedi
the
temple.
temple,
Yeah.
Which you see now in
Oh,
Mando.
Mando, yep. Yeah, before that it was just in comic books and this, so it's pretty cool.
The Knights of Ren, most wasted boy band group ever.
Ghouls. this ship.
Yep.
As soon as we saw that ship in the last movie, I was like, "It's that ship!"
Oh,
That's cool. I didn't notice that before, but she gets a vision of her forest fight with him. I forgot
Yeah.
about that. That's cool.
Only like a day.
I remember.
I do love the subtitles being like, yes, that is Obi-Wan. You didn't like mishear it.
Yep.
Yes.
I had forgotten to like rewatching everyone. Ewan McGregor does a great like job of sounding like Alec Guinness
Yes.
He does.
and like still
He
being
does.
able to act through it. Like he's not just doing an impression.
Yeah.
Joel just said in the audience that saber gets buried a lot. You know something interesting? The saber is Excalibur of Star Wars. Speaking of fantasy, I feel like that saber has become the Excalibur.
Really?
Like, yeah, I feel like because it's so, and she buries it at the end of this trilogy, so it keeps ending up buried. And similarly, how like Excalibur either goes back to the Lady of the Lake or gets put into a stone, like things like that. So I don't
Right.
know.
I remember reading something where pretty much everyone in the prequel trilogy got to choose their own lightsabers except Hayden Christensen because he had to use that one.
Mm.
That's such a bummer. That's funny.
Yeah. And for some reason they let Samuel Jackson write BMF or
He did.
Yeah,
On
it's
his
a
bad
badass
motherfucker. Badass motherfucker. Nice.
I do remember reading that he chose the purple himself.
He did. He did.
He was like, I want to look cool.
But
Actually,
it fits nicely into the lore. They fit it nicely into the lore with what the purple saber means and stuff.
we were actually talking about Mace Windu for a moment on today's stream and on Starfleet Boy Actual.
That was After Dark, but yes, you're right.
Oh, I'm sorry. After Dark. No, but shouldn't it have been called Starfleet Boy Afternoon?
Yes, you're right. Starfleet Boy Actual is a Battlestar Galactica reference, and that's how I refer to my main channel, which is only Star Trek. But then Starfleet Boy After Dark is like everything.
Yes.
Oh, I love this. He's so crazy in this scene. Like,
Yeah,
he's
no, but the thing is that I love this scene, but this is why I don't like what they did with him moving forward, because he is so great in this scene, but he turns into such a little mousey's boy moving forward.
He gives it his all here.
Yeah, he really
Yeah, he
does.
does.
I love,
mean,
what
he
does he
goes
say?
for it.
This station, this fierce machine which you have built.
I mean, he goes all in.
Look at that.
They've got to learn that if they build a Death Star, people are going to blow it up, right? This is not the third one.
I love this. Look at his face.
I mean, look
Yeah,
at his
it's true.
face. Public, so great. Oh,
I
He's
mean,
so
his
great.
eyes are turning. Like he is
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah, he's legit.
Yeah, I mean, to move to Rachel's point, will these people never learn?
To me, this is just out of control insane. Like, it's on the edge of my believability, or not believability, but just like, it's just too much. Like, look at this insanity. Like, they
That's
should all
just
like,
great.
I don't know, it's just like craziness, but it's also beautiful in a weird in a haunting, creepy way.
I was seeing of like Obi-Wan today, seeing her like on Alderaan, and I was just like,
Oh, I know.
oh god, I don't know what comic this is, but there's a comic with Leia, and she says sometimes like if you're far enough away, you can still see the light that is Alderaan.
Oh,
Oh,
that's right, because of the oh, you just crushed me. That's like so special, because when you travel faster than light, you can get ahead of the. Oh, that's cool. That's very
check
cool.
this out. Look at the sky lighting up. Oh, this is.
I'm glad they didn't make this Coruscant like they planned to. I found out today that this was supposed to be Coruscant. I would have been such a rager. I would have fan raged if
Wait,
it was
was
Coruscant.
that actress?
No.
I know what you're gonna say too. Freema
You had to go
Amagayan,
on Twitter afterwards and say it wasn't her.
But that looks a lot like her.
It
right? You're
really
thinking
does.
of Martha from Doctor Who, right?
Yeah.
Freema Amagayan. I can't say her name.
That's what I was like trying to, but like don't know how to say her last name, but I feel bad.
I love
And she's
Martha
on
Jones.
Sense8, and she
Yeah.
totally surprised me with that opening scene. I was like, "Wow, that's not Martha."
Yeah.
Martha Jones in Sense8 is amazing. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say about that.
Oh,
I love the thing in. Sorry to keep talking about Obi-Wan, but tying it into Rey, like how Rey is actually like kind to droids. Like it's like a
Yeah.
you know, like that's always been a thing. Like in
love
Star
the
Wars, like
design.
the people who are actually kind to droids and those who mistreat them, like that's a
I was
legit.
like, Obi-Wan has actually like fixed one of the problems that people have had with this trilogy, which they've always said. I was like, Leia did not spend enough time with Obi-Wan to name her kid Ben.
Yes.
And like,
Oh yeah,
no. I also, it is not unusual the idea that she knew him ahead of time because she was the one looking for him.
right. That's true. Legit.
Like,
I felt like the Obi-Wan show so far is giving this trilogy a lot of love.
mm-hmm.
I think Obi-Wan's gonna give a lot of love to everything. It has such a great opportunity as a show to do stuff for the main sequence of events.
So I think we've been talking about the fact Leia's in, so I got spoiled the fact that Leia's in the Obi-Wan because I went on TikTok for 5 seconds.
Yeah, go ahead.
And someone like had a scene. It just said, "I love how sassy little Leia's lines are." And I was like, "What the fuck?" But I was also really excited to see like Jimmy Smith's back as her father
Yes.
because I love him.
In the audience, Joel is asking, how is it faster than light though? That bugged me. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Joel. If you want to clarify, I love to answer questions about technical stuff, so maybe we can all figure it out if you can rephrase.
And thank you for handling the chat, Starfleet Boy, because
You told me, you gave me a job, so I'm doing
I
it.
will say, Joel, that
did.
is a good point. That fits. Fastest love theater, but are mousy bastards. You know what?
That's true. That is true.
Mousy bastards, I like that. I did give you a jump.
Also, just FYI, you can be a pacifist, but it's okay to punch a fascist.
Yes, that is.
This is a great scene when Finn realizes
yeah.
who the pilot is.
His best friend. Oh, this is great. Listen to this. Oh, I love it. It's so
Oh my
good.
god! Now that they can have the effects where like the light is on their face when they have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
I
is
like
funny too, where he's like, all this time I've never knew I never tried this thing. Whoa.
Emotional damage.
Oh, this is such a meme. You guys
No, but
remember? It was like the hero we
That's
didn't know we needed.
Yeah.
Like they were trying to make Phasma all that, but then this one comes along.
Man, Finn is lucky because I would have cut my leg off with that lightsaber by now.
I would.
Oh, Joel says the planet killing shot. It was systems away. Yeah, like it is. Yeah, that's a little hokey, but yeah, no tech explanation from Starfleet Boy on that one. But I still like it.
I believe that J.J. Abrams said, if you're looking for scientific fact, don't look at this movie. It's
No, of course not.
Like I
fantasy
said,
movie.
Star Wars is fantasy.
Yeah.
There is no explanation for the Force. Like
Yeah.
Right.
No, but the thing is, if you're looking for plausibility in a science fiction film, watch Star Trek, because Star Trek is really good at that sometimes.
This is such a cool scene of the X-wings flying over the water with the water being displaced like that. It's so cool.
Because I had by this point just given up the fact that Poe was alive.
Right.
Because I was like, why would they have cast Oscar Isaac and made him done a press tour?
Right.
Look at those shot selections, man.
So good. You know what's great about these action set pieces is that there's a clear continuity of like it looks like you're there, you know, like which is great. It's hard to do that. Like I feel a lot of like bigger action films don't have this like continuity of like shots and stuff, so it's
and
good.
I feel like Rogue One did a really good job, especially in that last battle.
Yeah, you're right.
That's a hell of a pilot.
There's the flyboy scene. I love it. Look at that. And he has his own motif too. It's nice.
He does, yeah.
I always remember that thing where apparently Mark Hamill said to John Williams he was disappointed Luke didn't have his own theme, and he was like, Mark, the Force theme is Luke's theme. Like,
I love, like, there's no way he would know that that's Poe, but we're all like, yeah.
Hey, Ruben's in the audience. Hey, thanks, Ruben. I love that. So that's interesting. So like the Rebel theme, not the, what are they called? The Resistance, right? In this, the Resistance theme is Poe's theme. That's cool. I just realized that's interesting. They all have their like things, and Rey's theme is kind of like the new Force theme in a way. Oh, this is so good.
It is. I love this.
Especially when he puts the sword like right behind her neck.
You know, Kylo Ren totally gives me that cousin vibe from Obi-Wan, like that dipshit cousin. This is also new Force ability, right? Like the freezing people. He did this to Poe earlier.
That robe. I just love it. Look, it trails behind him. It's so extra. Like, there's no reason to be this covered up. Like, this is just for drama.
I do love his flamey lightsaber with the two jets out the side.
Everything is for drama. He's a broken kyber crystal.
He's so dramatic.
He wears a mask for literally no reason. Like,
the gloves, the hoodie. Come on, this is all
an emo dramatic boy, and honestly, good for him.
Yeah, it's true. That's what. That's his redeeming qualities is emo.
I remember this first came out. There was a ton of memes. It's just him being like an emo teenager with Han and Leia.
Okay, listen to the music as he's carrying her up.
Okay.
Give it a. There it is.
Oh yeah.
There it goes. You were right.
Did you hear it?
Yeah, you were right.
That's very cool. Very nice.
And of course, it's the first scene where he screams, "Ray!"
He has a cool ship.
Yeah.
Flaps that go up. And
It's
actually, go ahead.
I was say it's like a mega version of Darth Vader's little tri-wing ship.
Yeah, and I think originally they didn't know everything that the wings were gonna do, and so like the Lego model doesn't move exactly like it should because they didn't. Yeah, so it came out before the movie, and they just got like concept art. So
I love Princess Leia's theme so much.
I know.
So
beautiful.
And then they transition into.
It wouldn't be Star Wars though without this interruption.
It's true.
And what's the deal with the red arm, JJ? Come on, you can do better than that.
What was his thing for the red arm? He got it from a friend, right? Like a friend droid gave it up to him or something.
Someone pointed out apparently one of his arms has always been the wrong color.
What?
Like,
No, one of his legs used to be the wrong color. I feel like.
One was always silver, and I was like, and I went back.
But then he got polished up in Return of the Jedi, so something happened since then.
Oh, they kill me. I can't believe that they were separated. Like,
I know.
It really kind of hurts the ending of Return of the Jedi for me.
You know, one of my big objections of the sequel trilogy is like I've always loved the way Jedi wrap things up. Like it was just so special to me.
Yeah.
And it took me a while. Like I had a similar feeling to like while I enjoyed this film, like there were elements of it that I just like personally, not saying it was like bad, it's just personally it like really affected me deeply. It was not what I wanted for the characters, so it took me a while to get over that. I agree with that.
Yeah.
There are some times where I'm like, sometimes I'll read fan fiction where it ignores the fact they were separated for a while.
Yeah. Like, I get that it's realistic. Like, they had a difficult child, and like, you know, they're together in the novels, and then as things got complicated with him, they split up. And I get it's realistic, but I don't like it. There's a little trash can walking away.
I would say in the like old continuity novels, they also had a child go to the dark side, but they didn't split up.
Yeah. They had twins in the in the legends, right? Like Jason, what was it?
It's
Jason Solo and something else?
Yeah. Jade, didn't they have a daughter named Jade or something?
You're thinking of Mara Jade, which is Luke's wife.
Okay.
Keep the jacket.
I think that's what I was like, ship it. Like,
yeah. And they're like close talkers. They're very close talkers. They talk very close to each other.
I think that was also one of the reasons I was like, I thought him and Rey might be related, was because I thought they were going to do something with like the twin thing from the novel.
Oh, look, Greg Gerberg, JJ's guy in the background there.
Yeah, and there's Billy Lord back there too.
Yep. She's right back there.
Mm-hmm.
With the little Princess Leia buns.
Carrie Fisher brought Leia back in such a great way.
I love this actress.
Yeah, me too. And I love this scene.
Yeah. She does such a good job with it. I mean,
yeah.
It's like a puzzle piece. Like it's like it looks like like an actual puzzle piece. Just match it, and it does. That's exactly what they do later when R2 presents the rest of the map, which is funny.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When did that ever help? Don't say the Death Star.
That's a great moment. I did like how Rian Johnson let Leia be a little bit more feminine and a little bit more natural. I feel like J.J. Abrams maybe went a little too much on the Botox. Like, he wanted a younger look. And I feel like Rian Johnson was more like, just let her be her natural beauty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree with that. I love that. She did, and Leia, you know, Carrie Fisher, to have that be your last performance, it was like a pretty good performance. Like, he gave her a lot of good moments in that film. So
that scene where the door is closing behind her, that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And when she's wearing that coat with the high collar, is that the scene you're talking about?
There's beautiful. The Han and Leia theme, which I love too. Na 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 na. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Stop! I'm glad I'm not on camera.
And and I bet you're glad that you're not actually on Starfleet After Dark. That you're gonna actually cry on somebody else's channel for once.
I can cry on your channel. It's great.
Yeah. Cry, 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 cry.
Gonk, is that the name? Who is Gonk? I'm looking in the chat here.
Gonk?
I don't know.
Especially because the third
the red arm was in the comics. Was Gonk one of the droids or something? The droid that gave him the arm? Sorry, you were saying, Rachel?
Oh, as we all agree, the third movie doesn't work as as well as it should. Right. I kind of wish that Kylo had actually joined her at the end of Last Jedi, and then the third one is him trying to like redeem himself. And maybe
no redemption for Kylo Ren.
Dang.
No way.
Marcelo's hard on so many people. You guys, Marcelo won't redeem Agnes Girardi either. He's like so bent on her. She needs to suffer.
No. I think he could have really worked. I mean, he might have still had to sacrifice himself in the end, but it would have been nice
Star
to see him
Wars
work
is
with his
literally
mom.
all about people seeking redemption, though. It's
Yep.
like literally the main theme of the series.
Yeah, but no redemption for Kylo Ren because
He
stuck
does
with Han Solo.
hesitate to shoot the bridge of that ship, though. Like he does, it does take him a while before he does it, and I feel like that's his like that's pretty good.
Creepy.
I mean,
Squatting down in front
I
of
know,
her.
I know it's
My
true,
goodness.
I don't know. I
This
think
scene, you think he's gonna be hideous,
and he's gorgeous.
and they
I feel
have
like
this
he's
hair.
cute.
Like there is a blowout in that helmet. Like it's a hair dryer.
It's.
Oh yeah, blow out in that helmet, man.
Oh my
Oh, by the
gosh.
way, guys, this is actually the audition scene that got Daisy the role.
Oh, cool.
Really?
Gonk is the boxy power droid. I think the one you were calling the walking trash can. Yeah.
I
Oh
th-
my God,
it's
look at
like
those lips.
The main thing of Star Wars is Darth Vader seeking redemption, who's like
Yep.
killed like as many people as Kylo Ren has. Like it's
Yep.
hypocritical to say Kylo Ren can't be.
No,
And
I didn't
Kylo
want-
Ren was not involved with blowing up the planets. In fact, he was trying to stop that.
One thing I still am mad about the prequel trilogy is that like I just can't forgive Darth Vader / Anakin Skywalker for killing kids. Like it's too much.
I
You
can
know,
forgive
it's like-
that. That's
Yeah,
no
it's too
problem.
much.
That's
And
way
that
worse
was
than anything we
tough
see
to
Kylo
watch
do.
in Kenobi.
Like
Yeah, it's way worse. Exactly.
No, but no. But my big sticking point with Kylo is he killed Harrison Ford. That's like my
Right.
big thing.
Harrison Ford forgave him for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Han
he did. He
forgave
did.
him for
Harrison
that.
Ford and the character did.
Yeah.
In fact,
Han
unfortunately,
is an old man who had lived a life. He didn't. Anakin
No,
murders children.
Yeah.
Children.
not only that, Harrison Ford, ironically, that was like his stipulation for
I
coming
feel like
back
Yeah.
as Han
There
Solo.
was no way
Yeah,
how
that's what he wanted. Yeah.
be alive if Harrison Ford knew anything about it.
I love how
I
she
think that
checked
scene with the
on him.
younglings is like the scene I would erase in Star Wars, just
Yeah.
because
I
it kind of
think-
undermines his redemption for me every time in
Especially
in
The
Jedi.
world as it is now,
Yes.
I would.
Yeah.
And what
Yeah,
unfortunate
take it
timing
out.
to
my
revisit
God.
that
Thank
that
God.
moment
Kenobi.
in Kenobi. Yeah.
It was
Although
so
that's a
hard to
great
watch.
scene, by the way. But
God
it's
they
like-
I
added
didn't like it.
something.
They really
Thank
could have
God
cut
they
it out.
added- I thank God they added something like warning people about it.
yeah.
Now, I still think they should do that for a couple episodes of Picard, though. 'Cause,
Oh,
like,
I agree. I agree as well. I feel like so there is a warning on Paramount Plus, but it's like just a text warning. I feel like there should be like a bigger like a
there
screen
needs
like
to be one
yeah.
actually in the episode.
Yeah.
For what warning? What
Well, the hanging of
The whole scene can be extremely triggering.
triggering, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's so scared
No,
here.
I mean, yeah.
Mhm.
I mean that specific scene really brought back a lot of stuff for me, but in a personal aspect that I said on the on
You did
on
share
Softly Boy
that.
stream, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. That was very profound.
Yeah. He's like, this guy again. I want to smack. I want to punch him in his face. Irritated. Just-
I think in like bed, Hux is the submissive and Kylo's the dominant.
really, we didn't need that.
I
didn't
mean,
do
I
that.
can't
Did
say
you do that?
that it's wrong.
I heard Marcy saying something about Snoke being so tall, and I was like, I thought the same thing, but they did make him taller than usual in Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here comes a cameo from 007.
But it is very weird that Snoke likes to project himself like a giant.
It
He's insecure.
is. He's compensating for the fact
Yes.
that he's one of 12.
Yeah. Oh my god.
This is what I do to stand out in my family, okay?
Yep.
Oh yeah,
She was
space
more
fascists.
nervous.
Joel points out Alderaan blowing up planets. Yeah, fascists are just the worst.
Mhm.
So is that his voice?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
and I think he's in the suit. I think he's acting the part
Yeah.
too.
No, he was actually in the suit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a lot. That's showing that you love Star Wars. If you're willing to, you're like a famous actor like Daniel Craig, and you're like, I'll be in their suit. It's fine.
Isn't there something that apparently like Prince William and Prince Harry are also somewhere in like
Apparently
Yeah.
they are. That's true.
I think their part got cut though. They did film it. I believe it's in a deleted scene.
And I'll drop my weapon.
People, I hated so much. I don't know how long. I don't know how stupid people can be, but I hated all the Mary Sue bullshit that was going around.
Oh
It's
my
like
God.
it's like the
If
Force
she's
is
the Mary Sue, so is everyone.
every
who's ever
single
seen
yes. Luke,
Anakin.
Anakin, yeah, it's
Guys,
true.
check this out. Look at the stormtroopers.
I love this.
Yeah, it's
They're
true.
like,
They're
we're
like,
out of
nope.
here. We weren't going.
My
that way."
bad. I would be like, walk away. Not worth.
Not just that, like I think the dyad thing was a great explanation. One of the good things about the third film
That's
was
true.
I like that dyad thing. Like the more powerful Kylo became, the more powerful the light side made Rey, which was interesting. You know, I really enjoyed that.
That's true. Yeah, the third one wasn't all bad. There were just certain things about it that I didn't enjoy.
Yeah.
God, I could never forget the Mary Sue crap because I would talk about liking Rey, and they'd be like, "You like a Mary Sue?" And I was like, "One, Mary Sue's not even really a real thing. It's a woman who's competent at something in a fictional.
It just revealed to me all the misogynists out there and like stupid people that like
It's a
weren't.
trap."
It's a trap. Exactly. I actually banned the expression Mary Sue from Starfleet Boy my stream, and it's the best thing I ever did. So people were starting to use that, like parroting what they heard about Burnham, and I was like, that word's banned on Starfleet Boy. Come up with better ways of describing your feelings.
That's good. He was in Lost, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a psychic. He talked to dead people. He was also in the Bad Robot the Bad Robot show, Person of Interest as well.
Oh, I saw that. That was a good show. I forgot he was in that though.
Yeah, we're actually going to talk about that on Radio 815. Shameless plug.
Nice.
This is the part of this movie that's like very derivative of the previous films, but it's okay. I forgive it too because it's still fun.
You think it's just this part? Because guess what? They're gonna go and do the same thing that they did. I mean, for God's sakes,
No, that's what I'm saying. Like this whole the solution is the same exact thing as there's like a weak point. Like they never learned to stop making weak points in like these like Star Destroyer. You know, like
Maybe
these
they
planet
never
killers.
figured out what exactly the weak point was.
Yeah, it's like, but somehow the rebels always figure it out. You know, it's
No,
like,
but also, if you think about it, they're about to go on their own. They're about to go on their own space run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, as much as I adore this movie, this is derivative.
Oh, that's such a sweet scene.
Look at the music playing over it too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This part just kills me. Oh.
Oh. You could tell there's like a very thin line between the performance and the friendship here, you know?
Yeah.
It's cool because they were pals.
Oh no, he's not.
Han kind of knows his fate, right? Like that shot right there. Yeah, it's crazy.
That I believe is JJ's lovely wife I believe. I can't remember her name. God, my brain is fried.
It's horrific and it's sad, but like Han does what like a parent kind of would do for their child, is like sacrifice themselves. You know,
Of course he does. No, and even when Han is run through with a lightsaber, the last thing that he does
is he touches his face.
Yeah. Before he goes over the most badliest bridge, the most badliest built walkway ever. Why
But
in the
again,
world?
it
is
wouldn't
this-
be
yeah,
Star Wars without the
I know.
catwalk.
Yeah,
I
and the
know.
tone poem of like falling down an abyss,
Yeah.
like a an abyss of some kind.
I know, but seriously, why are there no handrails on these catwalks?
Well, Marcel, this is a galaxy far, far
Far,
away, a
far
long time,
away.
and a long, long time ago.
There you go.
So,
They didn't
Yeah.
have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can forgive that.
Once
I
you
saw-
know that it's just the same hallway every time they only built one, it does kind of ruin it. And I kind of wish I didn't know that. Because they only built a few feet of that hallway, and then they just run back and forth.
it's interesting that Ben sensed Han. It reminds me, Han kind of becomes the Obi-Wan of this trilogy,
Yeah,
if you
he
think about
does.
it.
Yeah.
His
does.
sacrifice is what propels Rey into motion, just like Luke.
The Force doesn't work like that.
Joel says no railings in Star Wars.
The galaxy is counting on us.
The Force doesn't work like that.
There's an old interview on Barbara Walters where Harrison Ford said he would never play Han Solo again, but then they asked about Indiana Jones and he said in a New York Minute, and I was so happy when he decided to play Han Solo again. I was like, eat your words, man. Also,
There's one thing. What I will say, when I was like Harrison Ford is coming back, I was like Han's gonna die.
because that's what he wanted. Yeah.
Ah,
Harrison Ford also said something cool on that Barbara Walters interview where he said, "What would you say?" She said, "What would you say to like Star Wars fans?" And he said, "Force yourself." And I've always loved that since I was a kid. When I saw that, so I would always like say it. Like whenever I was in a bind or something, I'd hear Harrison Ford saying, "Force yourself," and I would get out of the situation.
The DVDs of the original trilogy that we first had in my family, there was like a fourth DVD that was like just a like making of like documentary, and I remember there was like a thing talking about how like Harrison Ford was saying Han should die, and like people were saying someone should die, and it just cut to a random guy we never figured out who this was in the thing. He just went, I knew somebody needed to die. He's not in the rest of the documentary, but my brothers and I would look at just looking for like, I knew someone needed to die. Like, who is
I feel like at this point, Ray's just like, they're still making them this way, like still
Right?
She's been crawling around these things their whole life, and she's like, they didn't come up with a better design yet.
I mean, come on, people. Do the First Order use the same architect that the Empire did?
Yes.
Like, come on.
They're fanboys.
Yeah, they are fanboys. It's true. That's a really good way of describing them. Oh my gosh.
They're Imperial fanboys.
Also, the great thing about there's a great line about trash compactor right here.
Yeah. Nice. I love these spaces.
He's sanitation. He knows where the trash compactor is.
Of course he does.
I really dig the new helmets, and the new X-wings are pretty cool too.
See, I'm telling you guys, this is their space run.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's exactly like mirroring. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course
Yeah.
it is. Yeehaw! Greg Grunberg!
Does he make it through all these films? Right?
No, he does
Like
not.
Wedge? No. Oh, okay. I didn't
No,
realize that.
He dies in I think he dies in the last
No
one.
troopers are so cool.
Yeah, those are really cool.
The new troopers can actually shoot.
Very nice metaphor. The space battles are really great in this film, actually.
And I mean, I feel biased, but the direction is pretty excellent too.
I'm not a J.J. Abrams disser. I think he's a pretty competent director. I think he's
Yeah.
good.
I love this.
Oh, this is great. Look over there. Look over there. Stop. Why are you doing that?
His imitation. I wonder if he felt like insecure imitating like Harrison Ford. back then.
Very funny.
Can you like? I would be so nervous.
Yeah.
Like,
Whoa.
Oh, thank God she's not jumping. She might have pulled the trigger.
Right?
Yeah, it was.
Aww.
Damn it. They squandered a perfect relationship in this.
I like the Rose Tico thing though. I liked Finn and Rose.
I mean, that's really good, and also like
Escape now, hug later.
also like Finn literally has no friends up like till this like movie. He
Yeah.
does not have more than like the two.
Right. Greg Grunberg. Sorry, guys. I love Greg Grunberg. So
He's a really cool guy.
big fan. I've loved him since Felicity back in the day. Oh, come on. If you would have just got in the Millennium Falcon, you would have lived. Come on, man. Get in the... Oh, he's not going to get in the ship, is he?
I mean, again, there was no way Harrison Ford was in this movie and Han Solo was getting out alive.
Yeah, it's
Of
true.
course. Everybody knew that. Oh, by the way, do you guys notice in the scene she's wearing a jacket? They actually deleted the scene where they go running across the ice and they go into a speeder and
Hey, there's railings, Marcelo. Sorry, go ahead.
but seriously, there's railings right there, but there's not railings on the giant catwalk that he's about
That's
to walk on.
true. But what were you gonna say about the
It's
speeder,
under
the deleted
construction. They
speeder
weren't supposed
scene?
to be there.
Oh no, the deleted speeder scene is them stealing a speeder and driving up to
Which we
driving
saw
up to the-
parked in that scene that we just saw, right?
Yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
background, yeah.
Yeah, so in that scene, that's where she got the jacket that she's wearing.
Oh, okay.
Because yeah. Because it goes from her not wearing a jacket to her wearing the jacket.
Gotcha.
That's true.
He's on such a mission, such a toddler. He's
He's
like
such
a
a
toddler.
toddler.
He's like an angry
He's a-
toddler.
Dad, what are you doing?
Dad, stop ruining my fascist party.
Dad.
But he has to walk angry because we can't see his face.
That's true.
Yeah, walk angry.
Like LeVar Burton was always like, you know how hard it is to act without your eyes?
That's true. It's a really good point.
You saw the speeder there for a minute.
Although
though.
that always reminds me of that one scene where Worf is like, let her see the fire in your eyes, and Jodie just looks at him like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Aw.
I know, it's heartbreaking.
Oh God. See, look at this. Look at this.
Really?
Look
Stop.
at this. No-
Inexplicably.
God damn it. Look at that. Why would you build something like that?
And look, it ends too. You see
Oh
the railing
my God.
clearly ending on purpose. Like they were like, "Oh, we only need it this far."
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
It genuinely looks like it's under construction. Like it's
It
like that's a
does.
pretty easy
Well, that's
explanation.
true.
Yeah, but let me ask you, when Han Solo walked out onto the catwalk, when you guys were watching it in the theater, did you have any belief that he was going to get off of this catwalk?
No, that was
No, I knew this was something was gonna happen. This was like the end, but I just didn't know how it was gonna go down. But it did it did have shock value for sure. Like the way that it's filmed. It was like
Yeah,
I
it
do
was.
also remember him yelling Ben. My brother's name is Ben, and my entire family was like, "Wait, what the fuck? Oh, right, Obi-Wan."
Also, the red light enveloping Kylo's face before he does the deed is great.
Also, the light going out of the sun. It happens like
Yeah,
how he was saying, as long as there's light, there's hope or something, and then the light is extinguished from the sun, and that's it. Kylo, the light is extinguished from Kylo as well.
The way his helmet does not bounce off that ramp, though,
Oh,
it just lands with a thud.
Boom.
Yeah.
he's just. It's eerie and creepy with just the sound effects, no music. It's really good.
Yeah.
This whole.
Now I want to draw a Kylo Ren fan art.
Right?
I'm going to end up drawing a Kylo Ren fan art because we did this. It's coming.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
you're welcome.
You can feel it
You're welcome.
with the red like that on the side.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you should definitely do the thumbnail artwork for our next thing that we do.
That would be fun.
Yeah. That would be fun.
It's an honest moment here from him.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You lie.
He's
You love
telling the truth.
Yeah.
I know,
agree.
I know.
Look at
I'm-
him, he's like not
face.
lying.
I am kidding. I'm kidding. I just want to get a rise out of you guys. I'm kidding. I know he's telling the truth.
Oh man.
Yeah, I love to poke my friends, guys.
See, I also, Mercy, I agree. The yes, anything, where it seemed like Han was like, "Oh, I'm helping with the mission."
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was so confused though because the lightsaber is tilted to the side. See, and then it's
But the
not.
hilt.
It's the. I think it's the whole. thing
But
that
but
goes
see here,
through.
like the sun goes out, and then Kylo changes. Like that's when
Yeah.
the
The
it's
red.
like there's no more light. It's just dark.
Dark.
And look, you can see Solo
hilt.
kind of resisting the hilt turning.
Yeah.
Like he's like, "Don't do it!" Like he threw his and then boom. Oh man, hurts.
Oh.
The second one is worse.
Yeah,
Like
when
it
he
was
just-
and
really
this music,
unnecessary.
the music's so like chilling.
Yeah, when he shoves
Thank
it.
you. Yeah.
And look at
Oh.
this great moment here. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, so great by Harrison Ford there.
Yeah.
All right, you gotta die. You gotta die.
No, bye
I
bye.
also
No.
thought that maybe because I always thought that this was a catwalk that like extends to meet, so it wouldn't really. So if it goes under something, it couldn't really have a rail.
I love this that she feels it. Oh,
Yeah, it reminds me of like Obi-Wan feeling Alderon's destruction.
right. Or
Yeah.
even Yoda feeling the Jedi, like that one moment.
Yeah. The prequels.
I love this too that he actually gets a shot at. He actually gets him. That's like Uncle Chewie. I'd
I
be so
know.
pissed too.
Yep.
Mm.
And then his answer is to hit himself. Like, oh,
Traitor. But the fight scene coming up in the forest is amazing.
It is amazing.
yeah.
Oh, look at that nice and Kylo Ren is such a badass.
Two minutes. We have literally 2 minutes left. That's less than Justin Timberlake had to save the world,
Yep.
right? What was it? 4 minutes to save the world? It's long.
Yeah. 4 minutes.
I only got 4 minutes to save the world.
What song
I
is
don't
that?
remember.
It's called something like 4 minutes to save. I'll have to look it up,
Oh,
Marcelo.
let me see. Okay, look at that. Here comes my
There's
fair
no.
long.
How did he get out there in front of them? He was behind them.
He
I mean-
force jumped all the way.
Well,
to the
they can
Yeah.
force run. We know they can run fast,
That's true.
so he could have run. He could have done a force sprint or whatever they
There
call
goes,
it.
there goes Marcy. Your touches.
Yep.
That was a nice touch, though, like showing that he was like
Hurt.
he was using his pain to fuel his anger, you know, and his
Yeah.
yeah. Ugh.
Oh.
But the darkness and the way the lightsabers look here is so beautiful too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
And also, like you said, now we get reflections, which is great. Like we never got that before.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is apparently they said every single actor, like they come and they start making lightsaber noises. They're like, we don't do that.
Don't
Like,
do that. Yeah, it's true.
don't do that.
I would do it too. No lie.
I love how
totally.
Kylo is just playing with him here. I love
Well,
it.
he is kind of
Well,
injured too, but
Yeah.
yeah,
He really
there's
goes at Finn, but he doesn't with Rey. He lets her come.
Kylo's
Also-
fighting style is really gorgeous, though. Like the flippy lightsabery things that he does. This isn't like the dancing that you see in the prequels, but it
Yeah.
has an elegance to it.
I
No,
know. I feel
also-
like the dancing in the prequels, especially with the like last duel with Obi-Wan and Anakin, it's so interesting because it's two people who know each other's fighting styles.
Yeah. Yeah, that is cool. How they're like evenly matched.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oof. Ugh.
No, but the thing that the thing that I love about this
This is the
scene
best scene
Love
right
this
here.
scene.
so
Love
much.
it.
Have you ever seen the thing where Mark Hamill read this and went, "Oh, this is where I come in"?
It's true. It's true.
I don't talk.
Yeah.
This was so genius when I gave me the same
Oh,
goosebumps. This is like
yeah.
beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, baby, you kick his ass.
Yeah. Exactly.
God, this music is so beautiful.
I love that, Marcel. Yeah, baby, you kick his ass. So encouraging. It's true.
Yeah.
There's that beautiful like
Oh,
that
look at that. Yeah.
that like
Flow.
crescendo from the previous films.
Yeah.
I love that.
The Force theme
But see,
is
now
my
he's
Yeah.
favorite.
not as aggressive. He's instantly on the defense now, and there's that move.
Yeah.
You know,
She's
you know,
totally a Palpatine fight style. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The
you know,
Force theme is I think my favorite Star Wars piece of music. It's so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
you know, Marcy, you were right. She did lead with the Palpatine poke.
The Palpatine
like that.
poke.
The
Palpatine poke.
Palpatine trademark.
Trademark.
Hashtag trademark.
Hashtag trademark. Oh,
Joel says Chewie is a hero, and also I never noticed the Palpatine thrust style, a poke. It's true.
I'm telling you, trademark.
Oh, Hux.
Oh, Hawks, you kidder.
I was actually surprised that Hux made it out of this movie alive because I was thinking he was like Tarkin,
Right. That's good.
and I was like, oh, I'm impressed you survived.
Man, Poe's like ripping the place to shreds.
Shreds, man. He's really letting them have it.
Is he the best pilot in the galaxy?
I think so.
Yeah,
Oof.
I would think so. Yeah.
Well, considering
look
Han
at
just
that.
died, probably.
Oh,
Mhm.
I feel like they can't be far from that gigantic earth-shattering explosion that just happened, but they must be.
No, but the other thing that I love about this this fighting scene is all the fighting is straightforward, and it doesn't have the dancing.
There, she did it again. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
sorry.
It doesn't have the dancing, prettiness of the prequels. I enjoy
Yeah.
lightsaber fights that are straightforward.
I think it has enough of choreography versus like feeling realistic.
much.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because
Think-
I still would be terrified to go up against Adam Driver. Like, he is huge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, it's still
literally
scary.
was a Marine. Like,
Oh,
This always felt like, do you need a tutor? Like,
yeah.
really?
But I do
Well-
love this moment where she's able to actually like zen out for a second in the midst of all this craziness. I love
he
this.
lets her.
Yeah.
This-
I also
yeah.
love like they both do, but they let her like obviously Daisy Ridley is beautiful, but they let her have like sweat and frost on her, whereas usually
Yeah.
with women they're like they have to look perfect in every
Right.
single shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but that scene, that moment where she just zones out was actually a reshoot recommended by Ava DuVernay.
Mm.
By who?
Oh, poke, Palpatine poke again. Look at that.
Yep.
I think it was Ava DuVernay, right?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
yes.
I do love the steam too, like the lightsaber touching the snow and there's like
Interacting with
steam.
snow,
That's
yeah,
great.
with the
Yeah.
snow.
Oh, that's great. Look at that.
And plus the red and blue is just iconic colors, you know, like
Mhm.
Yeah.
gorgeous.
I do so. Maybe it got burned or something. I literally don't remember because he wants Luke's lightsaber because it was Anakin's. What
Oh,
happened
Right.
to like the lightsaber he used as Darth Vader?
I know, why doesn't he want Vader's lightsaber? That's a good
Did he
point.
burn that with like his body? Like,
no,
did
but
Luke-
what? No, but seriously, Rachel has a good point. What happened to that lightsaber?
It would have been interesting if he turned Vader's lightsaber into that lightsaber that he has.
That would. If there is an actual explanation, I like that because maybe that's why the Kyber crystal is broken.
Yeah.
I guess they weren't that far away from the earthquake
Right.
of the world.
Right, like that like previous scene looked like miles around it like shook and like it didn't really affect them till now. That guy's like, sorry.
I'm bailing. Dude, this is where a rock should have landed on poor General Hux, I think.
Oh jeez.
Like a big rock or something. I don't know, I'm just spitballing.
Hey, it turns out Hux was on our side all along, apparently.
Oh,
Well, he
that
just
was-
hated Kylo Ren.
He just hated Kylo Ren enough. He was willing to stop.
I do. There is something so relatable. I just hating your coworkers so much. Like,
yeah. Come on, we've all had
we've
that
all
feeling.
been there.
I know. I don't know why that's making me laugh so much, but it is.
It's like the thing you don't say out loud.
Right? Very
I
relatable.
hate you.
None of my actually, I don't hate any of my current coworkers. So those are
Likewise,
fine.
likewise.
But
Yeah.
But I've had previous coworkers that I have
I've
hated
been
like
there.
that.
I've been there before.
Joel says, "Let the hate flow, Rachel."
It's like
Good
it's like
reference.
honestly now that I've like gotten space away from like certain coworkers, I was like, and I'm thinking about them. I was like, you are worse than I like let myself think about at the time.
That's cool. It's very satisfying.
I said think about it.
Oh, you're talking Joel, right?
Yeah. Although I would say it's usually when you like my team is good, and then like there's people on like other teams you have to work with, and you're like,
Where did they film this? Like Iceland or something like that? It's so pretty, the background.
I know it's so green.
Yeah, it's gotta be Iceland or something like that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not LA. We know that.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
Or it's not even Miami.
No, it's definitely not
This
Miami.
is
No.
nowhere in the US, right?
Yeah.
Like
Too hilly.
pretty.
Yeah.
Also, Marcelo, I don't know
think
if you
Leia
pointed
knows
out.
in this moment.
Yeah,
I
don't know if you
Leia
pointed
knew
it
as
out.
soon as it happened.
but
Was
this
it?
film is shot on film.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't point that out. Yes, that's so right.
Oh wow.
It is. It's not shot on digital at all.
He comes back to life.
A nice moment.
BB's like, hey, what's up?
I
I
like the
also
little
it's so
shake.
interesting seeing
Looks
how
up to
small
him.
BB-8 is next to C-3P.
Yeah.
Not next to R2D2.
R2D2.
Yeah.
Did you guys spot 3PO in the Obi-Wan episode?
I did
couldn't
not.
tell if that was 3PO or
yeah.
if that was a different droid.
It's 3PO. I think it's 3PO. I think you hear his voice, Anthony Daniels.
Well, because there's also like a scene where one speaks and it's definitely not 3PO, right?
There's a gold one in the background. You'll see.
Yeah, that's what I
you
was
see-
like.
yeah.
I couldn't tell if that one was supposed to be 3PO.
I think that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, it like literally fits right in that hole. You tell me you don't have a galactic map that you could have found that in?
Well, it was all destroyed with the Empire.
Oh, that's right. The unknown regions. That's right. I forgot about that.
Look at that. It fits perfectly right. Look at that. Isn't that convenient?
It is pretty though.
Oh, to be fair, even with the other things, they didn't have the beginning of the line.
Oh, you're right.
The line,
That's true.
right.
Yeah, which is what they needed.
That's true. Good point.
Well, and I'm assuming like it's small on the map, but large in real life,
Yeah.
quote unquote.
Well, it's like when you look at like a map of California and you're like, what could that be? And you're like, days. It's days. Or Texas. It's like it will take days to drive across that.
That's true.
Because we're getting there
She
soon.
friend
I
zones
remember
him.
they had that picture of them doing the table read, and Mark Hamill's there. What did he read?
He read nothing. He just,
I saw a theory that people wonder maybe they had to read stage directions or something.
No. He answered this question on Twitter. He read all
did?
the in between and the scene parts. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Stage directions, yeah.
That's kind of sad. I kind of feel
something for him to do.
That is so sad. No,
Yeah, because someone made this meme and they were like, "Do you ever feel useless?" And they were like, Mark Hamill went to the table read for The Force Awakens, and he quote tweeted it, and he was like, "I read all the stage directions. I was busy."
Marcy, you were saying that she friend zones
She
Finn.
did. She
Totally
killed the
spot
ship
on.
right
Yeah,
there.
she was like.
I guess because maybe be Poe for like a second in that scene.
Oh my gosh! I can't believe we're at the end.
Yeah, guys, we made it. We're gonna make it.
This was fun. It went by really quickly. It's really good.
Hey, we're not done yet.
No, I know. We get this like. I want to visit this Skellig Michael in Scotland. Is it off the shore of Scotland or Ireland? I forget. Skellig,
Ireland,
right?
I believe.
I think this is a private island or something.
No, it's called Skellig Michael. You can actually go there with permission of the country or something like that. It's interesting.
They do tours, I believe.
Listen, so the island they filmed Gilligan's Island off of is off Hawaii, but they don't do tours there because they found like scientists are there now and they do like research and they don't want you messing with that.
Marcelo, I hope you do a Last Jedi stream. This is fun.
Yeah, I would definitely be down for that.
I will consider it.
All right.
Oh, that did not sound
I
super
know.
positive.
I said no, but
He calls the third movie an abomination or an abortion, I think, or something like that. So I don't know if we'll ever get to that one.
But seriously, if you guys want it, I'll suck it up.
Nice. This music is beautiful. It's a brand new composition for
Yeah, John
Luke
Williams.
and for this whole thing. Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's like
Dude,
da, 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 da.
I swear to God, in the theater when Mark Hamill turned around, I was like, "Say something! Say something!"
Look at
Say
this
anything.
location. Can you imagine that's a
I
real
pointed
freaking
out
place?
to my
Yeah.
friend after we saw this that technically, by rules, is he an extra? He doesn't have a line. I don't think they would pay him like an extra because he's Mark Hamill. But
Oh, it's Mark Hamill, yeah.
That's funny.
But that being said,
Look at him there.
This is a great place to end the movie at.
It definitely left you wanting more.
More, yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Our
The
first view
hand.
of Luke Skywalker in over 30 years or something like that, or 20 something years is
Yeah,
crazy.
30 years.
30 years.
Mm.
And boy, does he look good, I have to say.
You know what I am genuinely surprised by? That Kylo never loses a hand.
Yeah, it's true.
It's
Really?
true. Nobody.
No
Right.
one
Loses a limb.
in this
Yeah.
trilogy.
I will say the throwing the lightsaber over his shoulder disappointed me next
Yeah.
movie.
That really, if we get there.
Marcelo's like, I don't know about that. The
Dun,
scene.
dun, dun,
Alright.
dun,
That's a good
dun, 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 dun.
All
Very
right.
nice, very nice.
All right, enough of that.
Oh, we're just pausing it. Okay,
Oh.
cool.
No, I
okay.
did. Yeah, yeah. Unless you guys want to watch the credits, you guys want to watch
No,
the credits?
I'm good. I'm okay.
All right, you're good. We're good.
Whatever you guys think.
So I'm gonna.
I also I'm surprised that Star Wars never got into like doing after credit scenes. Especially since they're like owned by Disney now.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I hope they still never do it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no,
No.
Book of Boba Fett was introduced in an extra credit scene, right? So the TV series are doing it. That's right.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like
So, I mean, guys, I just want to say a couple last things before we
that's right.
close out the show. At the, when I, hi Rachel, nice to see you
Hi.
again.
At some point,
Hiya.
I tied my hair back in the ponytail. I don't really know when that happened.
At some point. No, but at the end of The Force Awakens in the theater, I kid you not, I stood up and I shouted with like, I must have been like 20 people in the theater or something like that. I shouted, that's the fucking way you do a Star Wars film.
Wow.
and I swear to God, like 5 people behind me were like, yeah, fucking A right, man. It was crazy.
When the prequels came out during the Phantom Menace, I walked into my theater and I yelled "The Force," hoping that like people would cheer, and no one, not like it was crickets, and I was like, "Oh, sorry," so it didn't work. But I'm glad you got an applause, Marcelo. It vindicates my moment.
I did. I mean, yeah,
Yeah. Have you ever been in like a Marvel movie where it's like clear you're the only one who like super cares about the MCU and you're like, oh no. Like,
No, I remember being in the theater for the end of Infinity War, and everybody was freaking out when they all started
yeah.
dusting, and I was like, "You fools! You have no idea what this means, do you?" Because I read comics, so it's like I'm like, they're not. Yeah, they'll be back. People, just relax.
I do remember the memes that were like, well, I guess the Guardians of the Galaxy is just Nebula and Rocket like hanging out now.
Yeah,
I
Nebula and Rocket. Yeah.
No, recently in when I saw Far From Home, or not Far From Home, No Way Home. They all have home in the title. I was the only one who freaked out for Charlie Cox. And I was like, oh, like, and apparently no one freaked out at the theater he saw it in either, which is sad.
No, actually no. But when I saw that film and Charlie Cox popped up, I'm a huge fan of Netflix's Daredevil series, and when he popped up, I lost my mind too.
A lot of people lost their mind in the theater when I saw it. So
Yeah.
I saw it super late at night because that was like the only time I could see it. Because I was having family come in for Christmas, and my brother had already went and saw it, which I was a little disappointed by because my brother's a massive Spider-Man fan. So I was like, oh, it would have been fun to like watch it with him.
Oh no, but he didn't. No, but he didn't go with you.
Well, he went before he came for Christmas.
I know, but he didn't go with you again.
Well, then I just went by myself before he got there.
Oh. Huh.
And
No.
then we didn't have time because Christmas was happening to be like, go again.
Right.
but
Yeah. So as I wrap up the stream, I want to give everybody on the panel just a huge, humongous thank you for being here this evening. It was so much fun to watch Star Wars with you guys. It was so much fun.
Ditto. This was
Mhm.
great.
That's good.
And if anybody wants to shout out anything that they do or where people can find them online, let's start with the belle of the ball, Rachel, first.
Yeah,
gonna
you
do
can
that
find
for
me.
every
I'm
stream now.
DramaDork884 on all social media. I'm on like Twitter and TikTok the most. I'm on a couple podcasts. One Discotheque with Marcy, and I'm also on Mask and Mayhem, which is an actual play podcast where we play with the mutants and mastermind system.
Cool. Well, I will. The panel will say goodbye for Rachel. Goodbye to Rachel for now, and bye bye, Rachel.
Bye.
Oh,
For
you're
now.
actually like kicking us off one by one. That's crazy.
I
It's
told
so
you. I was
sad.
gonna do
It's like Vida Saint Adieu
Vida
to
Saint-
you and
So,
you and you. Who's
so
next? Am I next on the chopping block?
Next on the chopping block is the singing tenor, Starfleet Boy. Where, guys? Come on, guys! You guys are
The
really
sun has gone
Oh
to
my
bed,
God.
and so must I. Goodbye.
Oh my God.
Goodbye.
All right, guys, you guys are making feel awful for what I'm doing. You know what? You know what? You know what? You know what? I'm not gonna do it because it's not gonna do it. All right, so Starfleet Boy, if the good folks at home want to find you, where would be the best place to do that?
You could Google Starfleet Boy, and I pretty much come up on everything. But the main places you can see me is on YouTube and on Twitter, so check me out there. Tomorrow we're doing a TOS discussion at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you like TOS, or even if you don't, you want to just hear a group of folks talking about it, tune in. And yeah, just it's a pleasure, Marcelo. I really enjoyed hanging out with you guys, Rachel and Marcy. Marcelo, I see you all the time, so Rachel and Marcy, especially you guys. Even though Rachel, I don't know if she can even hear me anymore. I don't know what you did to her.
And she said, "How did the Sound of Music start?" After I left.
That's funny. But yeah, this has been a real joy. So thank you, Marcel, for hosting and bringing us all together. It was very fun. Thank you. And now you can kick me off the screen.
Okay. No. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Okay, he's gone. This is so much fun. I'm like a man with little buttons. Okay, so lastly, my last guest, Marcy London. If the good folks want to find you and your amazing artwork online, what would be the best place for them to catch up with you and all the amazing stuff that you are up to doing and things like that?
I am on Twitter mainly, and that's where I share my thoughts and scream into the void. Also artwork at Marcy London Art. And then on Instagram, I mainly just post my art. So that's like a portfolio if you want to see my artwork and it's the same thing at Marcy London Art.
Mm-hmm. And I just want to say thank you so much for being here. It was such a blast to hang out with you, Rachel, and the singing tenor down there below in the attic where we put everyone after I kicked them off the stream. So I just want to say thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me and letting me pick the movie. I had such a good time.
Absolutely. Thank you. All right, guys. So it's just me now. I just want to say thank you to everybody who possibly came by for just a little bit and to hear us talk about. I almost said Star Trek, and to hear us talk about Star Wars. I would like to thank the singing tenor down there in the basement for handling all the comments. But if you guys want to as I change the board here, if I can find it. If you guys want to talk to me about anything, the best place to find me and everything that I do is on Twitter. I'm at CreekFanatic88. But until next time, as always, I'll see you when I see you.
So much happened here, and so much is about to.